don't think there was volume. So, welcome to the room. Let me see if I hear. Okay, so now y'all can hear me. I don't think you heard me. I said, hello, welcome to the room. I'm Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. Thank you so much for being here. So I appreciate you all being here. This is my 4 o'clock live. Make sure you give me a like. Also, go ahead and click that subscriber button as well as the bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. So, we're going to talk about all things going live. Feel free to come in, ask questions. Feel free to come in and ask questions so that I can support you in your live journey. If you are new, go ahead and put new in the chat. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know if there's any questions. All right. Let me know if there's any questions. I want to make sure you guys are getting the support you need. So we're gonna go over to, TikTok streets. We always go over there. We're gonna go over there and get to talking. Want to make sure you guys are feeling supported. Right. And so we'll talk a little bit over there. We'll see how long I go live. I stayed live 2 hours earlier. That's about what I do, two and a half, sometimes three. Get a little busy for me, but I try to make sure that I get a good live stream time in so that you guys can get support and we can get things going. So I appreciate you all being here. We're gonna get started. TikTok Live, TikTok Live. We are live on TikTok, live streaming tips. Come on in, ask questions. We are talking about how to go live. So come in, ask questions, friends. I want to make sure you guys are getting support. We're doing live streaming tips. So come in, let me know if you have any questions about how to go live. So this is my 4 o'clock live. We're talking beginner friendly tips. We're going to talk all things going live. So come in. You guys hear me? Hey, L, I am saying the keywords for my live stream. We're going to talk about that 14-day challenge because we're actually about to start a new month. So I want to make sure I bring a connection to what's going to happen in June. So that's why I brought up the 14-day challenge. So we're going to bring this up for today's live. We're talking about beginner friendly tips, how to go live streaming tips, 14-day challenge, 14-day challenge for new live hosts. We're going to go live every day, go live every day. So we're going to teach how to go live. I can give you some tips for going live. Somebody asking, give me some tips. Yes, I got that on the YT side. So welcome to the room, everybody. Welcome here. Appreciate you all. If you don't mind liking the live, we're gonna try to get those 10K likes in 10 minutes. Let's see what we can do. We're already at 1.2K and it's been 1 minute. So hopefully we can get things going. Thank you all for supporting. I so appreciate all the support as you guys come in, liking on the live. Okay, okay, sounds good. You said you put a question mark. Why was there a question mark, friend? Let me know if, when are you starting? Do you have 50 subscribers over on the YouTube side? You want to have 50 subscribers to go live. All right, friends. Thank you so much, Elle. Thank you, friend. I appreciate the hello. Thank you so much, all, for the support. Make sure you guys give the like a live a like. That's the thumb up on the YouTube side, the thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the support. Thank you all who are coming into the live here on the TT Streets. Appreciate you guys as well. I do co-stream, so that's why you guys hear me talking between both platforms. I'm on YouTube at the same time as TikTok. Okay. So thank you all for supporting. This will be a playlist for you all to go back and watch if you want to go to my YouTube channel. So thank you all. I appreciate the support. Let me share out the live. Uh, okay, friend. Gotcha. Thank you all coming in. We're going to talk about this 14-day challenge. We're going to get going. We're going to talk about the 14-day challenge and what exactly is this challenge. I want you guys to make sure you are taking advantage of what's going to happen in the month of June. So get started now so you can start getting exposure and getting your viewers to come in um, as you go live. So you can take advantage of what's called Community Fest. That's a big event on TikTok for the live streaming, for live streaming in particular. And it's really about your community. We went over the daily heartbeat, so we'll talk about the daily heartbeat a little bit more. We went over that so you guys understand that engagement. Hey Janice, how you doing, friend? Welcome to the room. Thank you so much for being here. How's everything going, my friend? E the Great, welcome to the room as well. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for coming in. Hey, is this Sarah? Welcome to the room. Sahara, no, Sahara Shift. Welcome, welcome, friend. Thank you for grabbing that daily heart me. Appreciate the support. If you're new to the room, put you in the chat so we can say hi to you, get to know you. I want to make sure you are learning and growing. We're 3 minutes in. We're at 3.2K likes. So let's see if we can get these likes going a little faster pace. We want to make sure that we are getting our likes in. That's part of how to activate the room. Unless TikTok knows people are here, they're enjoying, they're connecting. Fritz, welcome back, friend. Sahara, welcome. You said you're new to the room. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate that. Do you go live? Let me know if you go live. Fritz, how are you, friend? Haiti in the building. Welcome, friend. Miss Dawn, Dr. Peg, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go live, friends. I appreciate you both being here. How are you doing today? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Miss D, welcome to the room as well. Thank you so much for being here. You said I haven't gone live yet. There we go. That's what we want to put out there. Yet. I love it. So what's the holdup? What is the holdup? Let us know what exactly the holdup is. Because you got enough followers, so it's not a follow number issue. So um, good chilling at the house. Welcome to the room, friend. Shella, welcome to the room as well. Thank you so much for being here. My new friends, if you're new, come in and say hi. I'm new. I tell people when you come into someone's home, you want to make sure you say a greeting. So you're in my house. And so I want to make sure we see you and greet you back. Hey, Diana, how are you, friend? Thank you for chiming in. Hello, my friends on the YT. I appreciate you guys too chiming in. How long have you been going live? Ooh, I'm about to hit, and I think, hey, I think I got a couple celebrations next week. I got to think this through. So June 1st will be officially a year and a half of me going live. Okay. So we're going to cheer to that. I should be hitting very closely to 25K, 25,000 followers. And I have this one video post that is about to hit 1 million views. I do. So we're gonna see what happens. This is gonna be an interesting. You said nice. We're gonna see what happens. It's gonna be an interesting week ahead. Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, look at your TikTok. Now it don't have that many likes and forwards and follows and none of that, y'all. None of that. None of that. None of that. And it's actually like a photo post. So really, it's not a video. It's not a video. Thank you, friend. But regardless, I'm claiming it. Hey, 1 million, 1 million. That's what I say. 1 million is 1 million, and we're going to go with it. All right. So I'm excited for that. Thank you so much for the compliments. I see you guys. Thank you so much. Wow. Congratulations. So I got a lot to celebrate. I tell you guys, look at the small wins. Look at the small wins. Don't and you know I name that and yeah, those are significant. But at the end of the day, it's my journey. It's just beginning. 25K. There's people out here with millions. You know what I'm saying? Followers and stuff. Thousands. I could be like Halleck. That's who I want to be like. She got 60 plus K. So but I'm growing and I appreciate every step along the journey. All right. I appreciate every step I'm taking because every step I'm taking is just getting me further along, and that's fine. It's my pace. That's Coach Rhonda's words, her stickers. I'm doing it at my pace. I'm quoting it wrong, y'all, but it's a great sticker. It's a great sticker. So again, don't think about, oh, I need to be this person. I need to do this. I need to. No, the small wins count. Doc is my role model. We go places. Exactly. That's the way I think of this. It's not an overnight success. It's none of that. I'm appreciate every step along the journey. And so, yeah, next week I need to celebrate a little bit. We'll see what the celebration look like. But yeah, I'm watching this one video to see if it gets that high. I don't know if they're gonna let it get to that point. TikTok will stop it before it grows to that point, but we'll see. We're not gonna claim that. TikTok is gonna let it get to over 1 million, so we'll see. Let's connect. Welcome to the room, friend. Let me know if you have any questions. CC, thank you so much. As a CCG, welcome to the room. Thank you all for being here. If you are new to my room, say new in the chat. I appreciate you all being here. And so to answer your question, Sahara, I've been doing this since January 2025, where I go live daily. And I go live starting in February 2025. I started going live twice a day. So I did a 10 or 11 o'clock because I was at my son's thing this morning. So 11 o'clock, and I came back here at 4-ish, 4:30-ish. And so, yes, these are my times normally are 10 and 4. That's the easier way to say it, 10 and 4. I'm just starting going live, but not having luck getting people to join or interact. Denise, it's going to take time. I'm going to tell you though, friend, I'm going to tell you the secret is how do you interact? And then also take that link out your bio. Link out your bio. Take the link out your bio. For real, for real. Don't do that. TikTok will suppress your views. So that's probably what's happening too. I don't have a good excuse for not going live. There we go, friend. Just do it. He said, I don't have a good excuse, Doc. I ain't gonna even lie to you. That's so fine. That is totally fine, friend. All right, let's see. New to the room, NN, welcome to the room. Rex, welcome to the room. It's beneficial. What do you mean by that? Beneficial. Tell me what you meant. Elevate your level. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Um, Second time here. Welcome to the room, CC. What kind of questions should I ask? Household. Oh, no, we don't. I'm sorry. Thank you, pals. Appreciate you. I was about to remove it. Um, I just started going live, but not having luck getting people to join and interact. So yeah, we'll best instructor on TikTok. Thank you, Madison. I appreciate that. Fam, how you doing, Bay Culture? Welcome to the room. Take what out of my bio? Take the that wasn't for you, Sahara. That was for our other friend who has a link in their bio. Anybody who has a link in their bio, TikTok does suppress it. It looks as if you're trying to um, redirect people off the platform. So you got to be careful about that. Your views typically get suppressed as well. Have you gotten out of going live what you thought you would? Ooh, ooh, look at you with the big questions. Um, thank you, friend. That's those deep thinking questions. I like those. I love that, friend. Thank you for that. Have you gotten out of what you thought you were going to get out of it? Is that how the question went? Have you gotten out of going live what you thought you would? Ooh, you know what? I don't know what I thought I was gonna get out of it. I know what I've gained though. I don't know if I've gotten I don't know if I had an expectation. Now that I think back, I'm like, what did I think I was gonna get out of it? I've gained so much out of it though. I would have to admit, so would I so I should have you should not have links in your bio. You have it directly in your bio. Like when I click your bio, there's no words, it's just a link. So you gotta remove that. You said that was a great question, wasn't it? I feel like I've learned things I wasn't even expecting. Thank you. That's the way I should have said it. I've learned things that I didn't expect to learn, but I don't know if I had an expectation. Wait, interesting. So what made you try it? You said so there was an expectation to try it? Um, I tried it as a 30-day challenge to go live. I tried it for a couple reasons because I saw other people doing it. I wanted to do TikTok shop. So I was trying to be face forward because I was faceless, remember? I started my first account as a faceless account. So I was trying it for TikTok shop mainly. I did have my I was in a well, they changed to affiliate at the time, but I had a course, a digital course. So that was part of the early beginnings as well. Um so really it was just to get used to go live, but I was thinking TikTok shop. Um we got the flash goal. It is the TikTok Your Live. It's that little J symbol. If you guys don't mind supporting that J symbol, at the time, I guess I exceeded my expectations. You said nice. I guess I exceeded my expectations in the sense that, once I started going live, I got more confident, I got more comfortable. We talk about this will happen. That's so. Yeah, I mean, Sahara, you kind of took the little air out the balloon. Just saying because that's what will happen. And I can attest to feeling more confident, comfortable, at ease doing this because of the challenge and because I keep doing it. I don't know if I had expectations though. I think there's some things I would say is part of a realization that happened just going live, but I don't know if I had really true expectations on, you know, would I be able to, I don't know, replace my income and stuff like that. I mean, stuff like that has happened. Don't get me wrong, it has happened. But um it's still a work in process. Maybe I should say that differently. It's still a work in progress, but I'm fine with how I've shifted things. You shift things to kind of make things work. And so I've made some concessions. I made some adjustments to how I do things. I've learned a lot about myself. My confidence has gone up. Um, I kind of can think critically about what happens in this space, and I'm able to obviously talk about it and teach it. But yeah, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I have to wait till I get better internet service, not my cell phone service. I did live for. Yeah, Wi-Fi internet service is going to make or break you. Yeah, you definitely need to make sure you're doing all the right things with your connection. Now my server on my cell phone glitches. Yeah, so definitely connect. Your connection matters. Shut down some apps. Make sure you're not running multiple channels and apps and stuff, browsers and stuff when you're streaming from your phone or from your computer. You're great at it. So I have hope. Yes, thank you, Fred. I appreciate that. Thank you all. Let me catch up on some comments while we're trying to get that flash go. Thank you all for being here. Do you need a professional microphone? No, Rex. Actually, you guys are hearing me through my phone. My mic is actually mic'd to my tablet for YouTube. So this is a little bit of smoke and mirrors because I have the mic here where you guys think I'm using it. I'm not using it for TikTok. I am using it for YouTube. So YouTube has the mic. Thank you so much, pals. I appreciate you, friend. We do have that flash goal going on. So if you don't mind supporting that flash goal, it is the TikTok Your Live. I'm so afraid to go live. Mama Michelle, why are you afraid? Hello, friend. How you doing? You said bye. Did you say bye or hi? Thank you so much for being here. Now my server's on my cell phone glitch, so I can't go live with it. Oh, and we appreciate the new mic. Laugh out loud. Thank you, friend. Someone said we appreciate your mic over here on YouTube. I bet you Doc is going to have a perfect answer to this question in less than 24 hours. You're so funny. I'll give it some thought. I'll give it some thought. Yeah, you're right. I do need to like come back with a well thought out answer. I think I just gave it um superficial. So that's fair. That is fair. I don't know though. You know, I have to go back. I'm gonna go back and look at Sahara's question so I can make sure I screenshot it. He's, he says she thinks my lips are pretty. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate that. Tell her I said thank you. I'm gonna go back and screenshot your question, friend. Let me get it. Sorry, you guys. So it paused me for a second, but I just wanted to make sure I get that question captured. Um, so thank you for that. I will. You said I'm going to answer it for myself. Okay, look at you, friend. I love it. I love it. How cute. You said I'm going to answer that. Doc had this question in her live. Let me answer it for myself here. I love it. It's a question we all, those of us at this for 1 year, should be able to answer. You know what? I guess, but it's also a question. Okay, the question itself is based on your past, and so your what did you expect from this? And I guess at the end of the day, the reality of that question is it should be a moving target. Whatever you thought in the beginning, that's like anything. Whatever you thought it was going to be in the beginning, and you realize, it's much more than that. If I sit here today and I just talk about, the goals that those milestones I'm about to achieve, I didn't even imagine those when I first started off. I didn't even have a conception of having one of my posts to hit 1 million views. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have that as a goal or expectation or a thought. It was just like, hey, I'm just gonna do this. When it comes to 25K followers, you said excellent point. Yeah. When it comes to 25, yeah. When I really think about that, honestly, I'm like, that's huge. But then I'm like, you know what? I need to be dreaming bigger. I need to be at 100K. I need to be thinking about what does 1 million followers look like. I had a meeting before this with Coach Jessie, and we were kind of debriefing about her live stream and her future and her goals and stuff. And we were looking at some content that maybe that's part of a niche that she's in. She's in the comedy niche. So we were looking at some content, was kind of scrolling through. There was a young lady who had 3.3 million followers. I'm like, wow, that's huge. Maybe, maybe one day. But I hadn't thought about that until I saw it. I was like, oh, this chick got 3.3 million followers. But my point is, it's a moving target. And I guess at the end of the day, because I've been in it, I've been able to appreciate the small wins too. Thank you so much. I see the smart glasses. We didn't put a new look out there. Thank you for that dream, Casey. So I appreciate the journey. I appreciate what I've learned about myself along the way, but I don't know if I had expectations on the front end. And then I don't know if I would recommend it to any great extent because I don't want you to be disappointed if you don't feel like you hit something at the time you were supposed to hit it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're thinking like, "Oh, I should have been had 25K followers." No, I shouldn't. I'm hitting at the time and the pace I'm supposed to hit it. You know, maybe I should have had a million video already. No, I'm hitting at a time and a space I'm supposed to hit it. Doc needs people who can send. Oh yeah, thank you so much, friend. me let me pin it. We're close to that flash goal. But I don't know if I had expectations. Maybe that's why I'm able to appreciate it. Maybe that's another reason why I'm able to stick in it, stay in it, and stick with this because I'm not easily rattled and disappointed. I am an agency. See, so that happened along the way too. I became an agency. So, little things like that. I didn't even think that was a thing. I didn't know that to be a thing. That's not something I set out to do. And when it was presented to me, I kind of shoot it off as an afterthought. And then I was like, well, why not? Why not apply? Why not see what happens? And I did it, And so again, those are the expectations that I didn't have. I didn't have that. Are you your own agency? I am my own agency. I'm an owner and manager. There's 185 people, not everybody going live. But 185, I think we're officially at. Yep, we're 185. What time and space is that? Tell me more, friend. What time and space? Um, is that better? Tell me more. Wow, congrats. Thank you, friend. Um, Let me know what you meant by that. Is that better? And what were you referring to in time and space? Let me know, friend. And we are close to that flash goal. Let's see if we can get that flash goal. We need another 5 people to support. Is that right, man? 6 people. So if you guys don't mind, I appreciate it. You said, what is an agency? Okay, let me talk about an agency. Thank you all for supporting. If you haven't sent that TikTok your live, it's the little J symbol. You can click it up here. It's going to be up here. Or I can't pin it quite yet. I have to wait a couple more minutes before I can pin it. You can pin it. It's a 15-minute goal. Flash goal is TikTok's goal. So it's one per person. So if you're somebody in a room that has not sent it, I'm talking to you. You want to go ahead and send that so we can knock this flash goal out the way. I'm new here. How you doing, Daniel? Welcome to the room. Thank you all, my friends who are joining. I appreciate you all joining. Sorry, my bio is it better? Denise, you're so funny. Denise, that is a lot better, friend. I love it. Congratulations, friend. There we go. That's it. That's the type of bio you want. People know who you are and what you're about, so that's good. Awesome. Hey, Gina, welcome to the room. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, agencies are TikTok's way of getting you support if you are a live host. So you have to be going live. It's called the Creator Network Program. And so essentially it's for live streaming and it's helping live hosts think about it's helping live hosts get more training, get monetization strategies, help you grow and build, and also give you protection. So if you're in trouble with your live stream, as if you're getting a violation or going to get banned, an agency can step in on your behalf and advocate for you. So essentially, agencies are here to protect you, but also give you the training you need. You don't know what you don't know. So that's the first question people ask: do I need an agency? You need an agency if you do want to go live more regularly. If you're just going once or twice a week or a month, then you probably don't need a live because you're not streaming enough to make it really um, grow and expand to the next level. You're here just on occasions. So if you are doing it more frequently, like 4 days a week or longer, daily, like myself, then you're really trying to build community. You're trying to monetize more, as well as get more exposure. So that's why you would do a agency. You want that training. Like I said, you don't know what you don't know, and TikTok is forever changing. They have new campaigns, new initiatives, and so you want to make sure you're reaching your audience, but also that you're getting the best information and training possible. We do have that flash goal. Let's see if we can get these last few supports. I can't pin it again. It's the TikTok You're Live. It's that symbol. If we can achieve that, I would greatly appreciate it. If you are sitting in here and you haven't sent the little TikTok Your Live symbol, this would be the time to do it. Let's see if we can get a few more people to support before I move on. Hello, friend. How you doing? Other new friends, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys doing the Daily Heart Me. Thank you so much for coming in and supporting that flash goal. And you guys hear me saying this so that we always want to make sure that we are doing the flash goal, because that is where TikTok sees your room as supporters. It is one per person. Thank you so much for that, Daily. Was that a hammer? What in the world? What's the heart me holding a hammer? What, did I miss something? I think the heart me has a hammer in his hand. Let me check. So we need two more people to support that flash goal. We got 2.5 minutes left. I was like, wait a minute. Did I just see let me look at that heart me. Oh, it's a microphone. My bad. My bad. I sure thought it was a hammer. I was like, wait a minute, heart me. Thank you all. What flash goal? Flash goal is here. If you are clicking, let me see if I can pin it one more time. Oh, we got it. Yay. Thank you all who supported that flash goal. Again, the flash goal is TikToks. You, as live host, you set live goals. TikTok sends a flash goal. Again, the flash goal is one per person, it's 15 minutes, and it does help to boost the room. All right. Thank you. Just redeem the sleep mask. With the sleep mask, we got a new look going on. It does help to boost the room. You see, TikTok sees the room as engaging, so they usually send you out a little bit more to the FYP. More people come in. Hey, Urban Eye Candy, thank you so much for sending that, Dr. Lisa Cares. Thank you all for sharing out the live. If you haven't shared, it's the arrow in the corner here, and then you can also do what's called a power share. If you press down on my nose or glasses on the screen, it allows you to send the live out as a power share. So let me show it. Press down, you can send it to your followers, your community that way as well. So thank you all for supporting the live stream. I appreciate the support. So I was just chatting. Welcome in everyone. Thank you so much, the YT friends. Appreciate you all being here as well. Thank you for your engagement. Okay, so I do co-stream on two platforms, the YT, YouTube, and TikTok. And so, if same name, same information. If you want to go back and watch my live, you can go back over there and watch it as part of the live recording, and then also make it a playlist as well. Uh, I did over 2 hours today. Look at you, Soda. Nice, nice. How did it go? How is your live streaming going? I have, for people in the agency, I did document my process flow for when I start the live, what I do before going live, what I do as part of my setup, and then during the live. So I documented that. I'm going to put that out there on the school community for you all. I probably will make it, we'll see how I make it available for maybe super fans. There's some other things I might do. So I have to decide what that looks like. But I did document it just so that you guys can start seeing, maybe there's some little nuggets in there that you're not doing, that you could be doing, little things like that that I tell you to pay attention to. And I say it in different times. So now it's all documented for you all. Um, it's almost like an extension of what I have already as far as that checklist document. It's good information to know that I can go back and watch your lives. Oh yeah, thank you, friend. Hey CE, thank you so much for being here. Had some real fun new engagers. I love that. So Soda says she did 2 hours in her live stream. That is actually a good, almost best practice to go longer. Some people say how long to do your live. For it to be a valid go live day, you want to do at least 61 minutes. All right. You want to do 61 minutes to make it a valid go live day, and that will help. I find it hard to add items to shopping once I live. Do you add them before you live? No, I do it while I'm live. Mhm. There's products in there that you can add from your showcase, and then some recommended products. But yeah, I do it while I'm live. So it's the products from my showcase that I mainly add. Thank you so much. How you doing, honey? So yeah, I just hit the shopping bag and then just add 10-day challenge is something you're doing or the TikTok is doing. It's actually 14. It's actually 14, and it's something I'm doing. It's not a TikTok thing. So it's something I'm doing to kind of get you used to going live on a daily basis. Um, and this is a good time to do it because Community Fest is about to start. So Community Fest is about to start. So that's a great way to start building your community and getting used to the app so that when more people start coming to your room, participate in Community Fest, then you can get more um, engagement. You said the 10-day is 10-day one is through TikTok. Tell me more. I don't know about this 10-day one. What is that, Soda? Let me know more, friend. Do you use an app or two different devices to stream two different devices? My phone for TikTok, my tablet for YouTube. Yep. It's a campaign. Okay, I'll take a look. Maybe I don't see that campaign. Okay. Is it just a 10-day challenge just to go live every day for 10 days? Is that same thing? Same principle? I like it. I do like it. So that's good. So the 10-day challenge TikTok's campaign, you might want to do it because hey JQ leveled up to 13. You might want to do it because usually the challenges come with other tips and strategies and stuff too for like how the incentives that they have in there. It's geared towards D level. Okay, you said D level folks. Gotcha. I like you, TikTok. That's good. Look at TikTok. I was going to do it. Might as well do 14. There we go. I love it. I love you saying, wait a minute, might as well do the 14 if I'm gonna do 10. Hell, welcome to the room, friend. Wow, I love that. So yeah, do 14, do 14. Now with the campaigns though, like I said, it's good because it'll give you other incentives like, diamonds you can earn, you can win. Obviously, it's telling you different things you need to do to get more engagement. They may want you to do multi-guest or co-host or even do those match events. So TikTok usually is down for a battle. So you want to make sure you're doing that as well. Is there a current 14-day campaign? No, what Soda was saying, there's a 10-day one that TikTok is doing that's an official campaign. Yeah. So yeah. So the 14 days is just something I said. And it really was to get people get used to going live. Are you battling before my power ups expire? When they expire? Today? Do they expire today? Today or tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow. I need to get in the habit of doing it more often too. Or I do need to get in the habit. Thank you, Coach Rhonda. Coach Rhonda said, "What you doing?" Coach Rhonda, are you gonna be battling for your anniversary? I'm just asking. Um, 4 days, 1 day and 4 hours. Okay, okay. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Since I didn't talk about it, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. You laughed at me. Piles laughed at me. What you gonna do, Coach Rhonda? What you doing? I'll do it tomorrow since I didn't announce it. So I'm happy to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow doing my 4 o'clock live. I'll do one. That's Wednesday. What's today's day? Wednesday. Yeah, Monday was a holiday. Okay. So yeah, so I'll do it tomorrow. Get another one in. I was sharing agency stuff. Let me say this, you all. Okay. Because I talk about the agency here, and some of you guys are interested in joining. Be aware and be mindful. If you apply to my agency, I usually send it here where you guys can go to the webpage for the agency, click any of the videos there. You also can message me. I usually pin my Service Plus. You can message me directly. I'll respond back. I send you the agency page for you to apply. If you receive an invite, an actual application invite from another agency because unfortunately I've heard a couple stories of poachers. People are here in the live and they hear that you're interested in the agency and they send you theirs. If you click theirs, it actually in the system won't allow me to invite you because it looks as if you join theirs. So be careful about clicking other people's. Just if that is your intent, that's fine. But I just want you guys to know that that happens. And if you tell me that somebody did it, let me know. I'll block them. I think that's real rude and disrespectful for people to come in here and send you something and you don't know that it is not the right one. But if you're interested in the agency, I do a lot of explaining. I tell you what it's all about, and you just know that you want to be careful because there are people who are poaching and being inappropriate. So just know you can message me, I can report them and let TikTok know that they're doing that because they shouldn't do that. What will happen? I just stumbled on your live. Okay, well, welcome, friend. I'll explain it in a second. Stick with me, friend. Hey, Diana. So I just wanted to say that out loud. If that happens in other rooms you're in, if you're hearing anybody in the agency currently talking about getting their referral code and somebody else sends you something, again, that shouldn't be happening. So just know people in the agency, they do have referral codes. They can send that. That's totally fine. But if it is for a different agency, my agency is called Launch Your Income Agency. If it's for a different agency, just know there are people who are very, like I said, the TikTok streets are like the regular streets. So we got to deal with the people being inappropriate, coming in lives and doing things that they shouldn't be doing. So just know you can send me a message and let me know if that's happening. Um, like I said, I've had a couple people do it, and then when I go to invite you, I can't invite you because you inadvertently didn't know, but you click somebody else's link. Okay. And it looks as if you are with that agency. All right, friends. I just wanted to make sure I said that to you all. In the meantime, um, agencies, let me finish that conversation. Agencies are here to support you and give you training, also monetization strategies, and then ultimately you can get protection too if there's something going on with your account, like a violation or you're at risk of getting banned. I'm doing well. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you, friend. Um, and so when it comes to the services I offer, I do weekly meetings with my creators on Zoom. It's been a great conversation. We get different people coming in and just sharing tips and strategies that they're using. It's really kind of a think tank of people sharing information. And then obviously I give updates and talk about TikTok and some do's and don'ts and stuff. But a great community of supporters. These are people who know how to go live. We have several people celebrating over 1 year. So Coach Rhonda, she just celebrated. We have multiple in the first 5 to 6, almost 6 months of the year that have celebrated their 1 year anniversaries as well. So really excited for the community. Hey, Glow. Hey, King. Thank you so much, Fred. And then I do one-on-ones. Like I said, before I came here, I did a one-on-one with a creator in the agency. And so I do one-on-ones, helping you with looking at your analytics, giving you business strategy, just helping you understand how to grow. I have no idea when my 1 year is. I'll let you know. So to give me 1 second, I'll look it up. Um, and then we have a school community, SKOOL. Is there a way to look it up? I can look it up for you. We have a school community. We also have um, the school community, and then we also have the group chats here on TikTok where you can share your lives, share your content. Another way to get engagement. Now, again, I teach here. You got to make sure you're an engager because if you're trying to be a live host just you also have to go to other people's lives. You have to support them. You have to engage back. You want to go to rooms where your um, community is located, where people who are interested in your topic are also located. And so it's just a good way to make sure you're also building and growing. And your blue box, your blue box, look at how look at 1 year, friend. Your blue box is a way for us to see your blue box and your daily heartening are ways for us to see if you are in fact an engager. All right. So you want to have a blue box level that's growing and building. You said, I'm close. You're 25. What you mean you close? Close to what? You flew in. You flying in, friend. Let me know. September 6, 2021 is the very first time you went live on this account, on your Soda account. September 6, 2021. It's my niece's birthday. He said, "Oh." Yeah. So yes, that's the first time you went live on the Soda account. So that's the day I have in the system. Now that might have been your first, I mean, the very first live, your practice live. That's how my date is my live where I went live on here and I did not my practice live, but my very first live I did. So but that's not my official date. I use the January 1st as my official consistency date. You said I just learned a lot. Did you really? Hey, Fred. Went live daily on day 50. It grew. Now day 56, last 2 nights, 1K views. Ooh, look at what you do in your room. Let me know what you do in your room, friend. Look at you. That's awesome. Awesome. Those are good stats. Hello, friends. Soda for years. What is that? Then I gave up. Wait a minute. That was a practice live. And then I gave up for years. He said for years, Doc. So you don't count that one either. Our community just teared up. Thank you, friend. Thank you so much for that. Thank you all for coming in. Let me know if you guys have questions. Don't we all wish we kept our first lives? Hey, Luna. And then I started again about a year ago. Okay, so you got a new date too. This is my backup. Okay. In my main account, I go live daily night 56 nights. Okay, awesome. So what do you do in your live? What do you do, Lala? Let me know. Is it just engagement room? Do you do something specifically? Let us know what you do, friend. Does going on someone live board count as me going live? You mean there as a guest? You meant the boxes that they have as a guest. Does that count as you going live? No. If you're a guest, no. If you're a co-host, if you're co-hosting, meaning that you went live in your room and then they sent you the little co-host request and you and them were like live next to each other, that is a co-host. And you are live and they are live. So yes, but guests, no. You just it's like coming to someone's house and you're sitting on their sofa having a conversation, but you're still in their house. So you're a guest. But if you're in your house and they're in their house and y'all doing a FaceTime conversation, then yeah, y'all both live. So that's what that is. Um, Hello, what will happen? I ran out of things to talk about. Did you really? All right. Kbu, I'm gonna talk about that in a second. I read books on mine. Okay. Or crochet in chat. Okay, love that. Um, LR, you said yes. What's the yes for? I was in my backup from Flash Gold. Thank you so much, Loon. I saw it. Comedy and learning about TikTok and about creating, working through our blocks with fun and creativity. Oh, I like that. That's awesome. I like that. That's a great topic. And so you have a lot of people coming in for, pretty much the way your live is set up and doing the comedy. What creativity are you doing? The fun and creativity. What are some of the activities? That's a great analogy. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. Pretty much when you're a guest versus being live. Um, Engage the audience will keep you new stuff to talk about. Yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, if you're in your chat, really quick pro tip, you can click people's bios. Click their bio and read some of the bios. That'll kind of give you stuff to talk about. Yeah, you cleared it up, Mimi. Okay, friend. Um, so yeah, that'll give you stuff to talk about. Read the bios, ask questions that are pertaining to your topic. You can do polls. We send the polls out sometimes. So there's so many different ways to engage, but you're gonna have to figure out that flow. If you're just sitting back lecturing or just sitting back, saying, "Hey, welcome," but you got to start asking questions too. Okay. So I usually start my live off by saying, like, who's new? If you're new to my room, if this is your first time, thank you so much, friend. If this is your first time in my room, put new in the chat, say hello. Kind of try to set the tone that way where the expectation is you should feel seen and heard. You shouldn't feel like you have to sit back and shrink in any kind of way because I'm talking only. No, this is our room. And so I want you guys to know that. And so I do that on purpose because I want you to get in the practice and the habit of going live, but also engaging your audience. Okay. And so that's a good way to do it. Um, when it comes to when it comes to topics, you really should try your best to make sure your topic that you're going live on is topics people are interested in. So if you go to the home screen and search what are some topics based on your interests, what are some topics people are searching. So for example, my friend who says she's a crocheter, you could say, type in the word crochet and see what are some of the ways people are searching for that topic. Okay. So I'll show you. You thanks for being for been doing my own thing, haven't even been engaging my audience. Yeah, you gotta engage your audience, friend. Yep. That's the whole point. This is an engagement app. That's what I teach. So if I put in the word crochet, okay. So when I even started to type the word crochet, I'm gonna flip this. What will happen? Okay, let me talk about that. Crochet hairstyles, human hair. So let's start talking about crochet for beginners. So let's talk about the hair too. Crochet TikTok patterns, projects. So again, you can literally start typing in the word and seeing what are some of the trending searches. So I didn't even finish the word. So say I wanted to finish the word and put in there um, stuff for beginners. Well, it actually started doing that. It said TikTok ideas, tutorials, inspiration for beginners, patterns. So, what you should be doing is clicking one of those options and then see idea, first of all, what content. Look at you, Urban Eye Candy. That's what you're supposed to be doing, friend. And so, clicking to see what are some of the trending topics. And then with the trending topics or content that's out there, it is a lot I'm trying to learn though. I don't want to be left behind. There we go. What are some of the topics that are out there? So we'll say crochet tutorials. We'll do that. So people are doing, and then TikTok has some other stuff in there too. And so you see people's content out there, and you can look and see if there's any of these that have a lot of views and stuff. Those are words you said, I do sometimes. Lord, you're so funny. I said sometimes. But again, look at some of the keywords they're using, look at some of the trending topics. You can put that as your board. You can put that as the title for your live. You can say those keywords. You said, I just got in. Hey, friend. You can say those keywords. You want to make sure what you're talking about is trending. Okay. You said, what happened? We were just talking about looking up content based on your audience and looking up the keywords on the home screen to make sure you're saying things that matter to your audience. Hey, I imagery. Hey, Bahamian. You said, yep. Welcome to the room, everybody. Thank you so much, Carolyn, for the hearts. I see you, friend. Thank you all for coming in. So that's going to be really important as you think about what topics you want to cover. Okay. And in that area, it shows you trending hashtags for those words. It shows you lives. It shows you a lot of different categories you can search under. Thank you. I appreciate that. I haven't done any live crochet tutorials yet. Great tip. Thanks. You're welcome. I know better. You've taught me better. I'm worse than a hard-headed child. You're so funny, girl. You are hilarious. Um, yeah, so here's what Urban Eye Candy. She has the opposite dilemma. She has people in her room, but they don't engage. And so that is the dilemma. So it's not like she's by herself. She's with plenty. Hey spiritual, how you doing, friend? She's with plenty. They're just silent viewers. They're lurking. And so she's trying to get more engagement. We're trying to maybe think about how she can kind of work through her topic a little bit and search and just making sure she's bringing in the right audience because not everybody seems to be engaging. Urban Eye Candy, I crochet as well. So yeah, this is a great place to network. So you guys might be able to go live together. You know what I'm saying? Like then when everything's said and done, you're bringing in people who ideally have an interest with the topic. So you always want to network. Okay. Hold on one second. We got the bad actors in the room. We don't do those. I want you guys to be safe. I don't want people to come in and be scamming. So yeah, so that's my issue. I'm not a talker. So I'm trying to engage. It's hard. You gotta talk, y'all. Y'all gotta talk. Just saying. I'm not a talker either. I know it may seem like I'm a talker, but I'm not a talker. But what I've done is I've practiced. I say practice makes progress. Don't make you perfect, but it makes progress. And I know when it comes to going live, you actually do need to engage your audience, and talking obviously is a big piece of that, and sharing the information. So, and because I'm a talking head live, I'm not sitting here crocheting. I'm actually talking the whole time. It's, I have to be accountable for what you guys are hearing and seeing me do. So, yes, I think going live with someone will build that confidence, build the confidence. Actually, absolutely, absolutely. That's a good strategy to do with friends. Hey, teen, how are you, friend? How can you tell? How can I tell what? Let me know, friend. Tell me more. Um, what did you mean by that? I might have missed it. Hello, how you doing, Missy? I appreciate you. You said I'm not a talker. I'm a listener. Laugh out loud. So that's what I'm holding me back. Yeah. Um, I want you guys, especially when none is none is not saying anything. When you're saying your audience is not communicating. Hey, Leanne, thank you so much for being here. I'm just trying to get a momentum, but not there yet. There we go. That's totally fine. Let me just say this though. I want you guys to reframe some of the things you're saying, because I was one of those people that said, I'm an introvert, I'm a nervous person, I'm shy, all those adjectives, those things that we call ourselves. We name that, we claim that. And because of that, we don't take action, because we hide behind that label that we gave ourselves. Now, I would assume, I've been doing this for a year and a half now, you guys probably wouldn't think I'm a shy girly. You probably wouldn't think I'm an introvert. You probably wouldn't think that I'm nervous. You probably wouldn't think that I'm afraid, and all the things that I've previously told myself, or titled myself. You said no. But the reality is, this experience has allowed me to, take away those titles, those names have claimed for myself. And that's not what I talk about. Now, I say it to you all just so it becomes a little bit more relatable. Like, yeah, I used to be that way, but that's not me. I don't I can't say I'm that person. It's actually interesting when I'm in public settings now. I'm like, oh, well, let me just talk. Let me just start talking. That's what I do here anyway. But I did interact that way. I used to I would read the room, I would kind of get a sense of what's going on, and then I may make calculated decisions in terms of how I engage. Okay? I was very calculated. But at the end of the day, I was one of those people that reserved. I was a wallflower. So I'm sitting back watching before I say something. Nowadays, I'm like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Yeah. Thank you. Look at you leveling up. Congratulations, friend. But I can be that person. I can turn it off and turn it on. But at the end of the day, I'm more turning it on, because now I get it. If I want to grow, if I want to interact, if I want to do something, I can do it. I can do whatever I put my mind to. And I don't have to hide behind all the things I always told myself I was. Because I'm bigger than that. I'm better than that. Thank you so much, Carmen. Appreciate you, friend. But at the end of the day, don't say that to yourselves anymore. I want you guys to think differently. And I want you guys to, those words that are Coach Rhonda, if you're still in the room, I always say her term that she used that always set with me, because I finally had a name for it. She calls it limiting beliefs. Beliefs that limit our perspective, limit our ability, inhibit to a certain extent, because we're saying these things to ourselves. And again, that doesn't have to be our truth. All right. So I want you guys to now think differently. And the go live process is not an easy process, but at the end of the day, it's something you can conquer. You can actually absolutely do. Thank you so much. We got a new look for our heart made. I've done 3 days struggling, but I know I'll get there. Absolutely. 3 days is very much the beginning. I had somebody in my live the other day. He said, I'm so scared to go live. I know my friend Lisa. Hello, fellow Lisas. We don't be scared. We're not scared no more. Although I understand, friend. I understand. Hey, Coach Rhonda, come back. I just called out limited beliefs. I gave my heart and me a new look. Thank you so much, Devon. I appreciate that, friend. I make candles, and my friends are telling me to sell them on live, and it makes me want to hide. Why? Don't hide. You guys are brave for doing lives. I like that. I'm brave. I like that. Always found a corner. Look at you. Absolutely have stage fright. Oh my gosh. And that's what I said. You gotta change the narrative. Change the narrative, friends. You can't sit behind, what you used to do or what you currently do. You know, you can change that. You can absolutely change that. And you can decide what it looks like. Um, you said what are the benefits of lives versus content, posting content? Um, Obviously you have this real time, real live interaction with people. Content obviously is stagnant. And so static rather. And so you wanna, go on live, you can get to people can get to know, like, and trust you. Your personality can shine through. Depending on what you're doing in your community, people can continue to connect with you, learn from you, um, feel like they can trust you to maybe get your solution. So there's so many benefits. It's just up to you in terms of how you go about your life, but you build community. Also interact with people, but never get questions answered. Let me know. Hold on 1 second, but never get questions answered. Hold on, I moved away too quickly. Okay. Um, the Thea Warman. Let me do something because I do this when I get a lot of people in the room and I see, because I go live and I'm talking about go live. I'm gonna assume, hey, Black Lotus, I'm gonna assume many of you in the room are curious about this process or you want to know and learn how to go live. So what the way I teach this is that I teach it from the perspective of understanding the role of a live host and understanding the role of a viewer. Okay. TikTok gave me the puzzle. Give me 1 second. All right, friends. Thank you for that. And so if you don't understand the role of a viewer and you're a viewer right now, you need to learn that because it's going to be hard. You're going to have a hard road forward if you're not paying attention to what are some of the things you should be doing as a viewer. Because ultimately, when you become a live host, you should be teaching it to your viewers. You should be talking about the things that they need to do to truly interact. You said, teach us. And so when you guys say, I don't get engagement, I don't get people to engage, let me ask this. Besides asking a lot of questions for your game, how are you supporting the room? Now your questions are good. Don't get me wrong. Questions are good. It is a form of support. I'm not saying that that's not support, but there are other ways to support. And if you're not doing all the ways, or at least know all the ways and doing all the ways, then how are you going to tell your people how to support? Because all you're going to be doing is running comments constantly. And that's only going to get you so far on TikTok. The hearts flowing. See all these hearts flowing? We need the hearts. We have that goal up there, or the tally up here. I don't understand what heart me is. See? And you don't have the heart me. Thank you, friend Morgan. So you don't have it because you don't understand it. And that's totally fine. I'm going to teach it. But at the end of the day, you got to do that type of support too. You got to know what that is because this is your community. So if you're not telling people to heart you, heart, heart me, if you're not telling people to do that and engage in that way, then you're not growing. Okay. Thank you, friends. Thank you. The heart me's new now too. And so just know that that's a big piece of this puzzle. Okay. You need your community. You need to grow community. This is an engagement app. I teach that. I say that all the time because I want you guys to understand the big picture here. And so if you're just saying, oh, well, I just want people to come in and do all these things, but you never teach it. And then what I say too is that I pay attention to who's asking questions. So as you guys are asking me questions, I answer questions. I don't have a problem with answer questions, but I pay attention to who's asking them. And typically it's the people who don't have the badges. They didn't get the heart me, and I'll explain what that is in a second. And they don't have a badge. TikTok has sent you a message as soon as you came into anybody's live. They told you to do something, and you haven't done it. And I know you haven't done it because you don't have that blue box to show that you've done it. That blue badge says that you are a engager from the gifting level. Gifting engagement matters. That's how TikTok is showing who are high level engagers. And I will say this, if you are not thinking about your gifting level, hey, Black Lotus, if you're not thinking about your gifting level and how it correlates to your live stream, it is a correlation. Because again, the daily heartbeat, you're building community. So that means that you're going to other people's lives and you're supporting them. And then if you're being really strategic about it and going to maybe the crochet community and they come into your live because you're a crocheter and you're connecting with those folks. And those people are now becoming part of your community. They're grabbing your daily heartbeat. They're supporting your live stream. You're going to theirs. You're supporting their live stream. Y'all are connecting because y'all communities have similar interests. That is how you grow. That's how you grow. You do content that's based on your topic too. So you're reaching new people too. That's part of the strategy. There's a bigger strategy here. So you got to make sure you're doing all the things so that you can essentially grow and bring the right people and attract the right people to your room. All right. So I say that because I want you guys to see the bigger picture, but it requires you to think about this bigger than just, oh, well, I just came here to do this and I want to get my numbers up and then all of a sudden I'm going to be successful. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. This is about networking. This is about, you know, essentially not being that wallflower that I once was, that I now have to come in and connect with folks. I got to go to their lives. I got to connect with them, you know? So all of that is what your strategy should be. You should be thinking beyond just, oh, well, I just thought I would just hit the go live button and TikTok's going to push a lot of people in my room. No, don't work that way. Thank you for teaching us. You're welcome. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. You got to do the work. You got to do the engagement. You got to find your tribe. And then you got to continue to cultivate and foster that tribe and continue to find new tribe members. That's the whole point of this. And then at some point it does and I don't even know the answer fully. I'm gonna assume at some point, you get into a rhythm and then obviously the algorithm is really pushing new people to your page because you've grown that much and you've engaged and interacted that much. And so at some point it's going to pay off to you for you like tenfold, triple, double, quadruple fold. But just recognizing that it takes time to get to that point and I ain't there yet. So I don't even know what the some point is, but that's what I sense. At some point, there's a bigger thing that happens here. And so just keep that in mind, but it requires you to engage. You such a great information. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. You're welcome, Ella. Okay, so here, let me do this. We're gonna do the daily heart me. You are so right. I guess. I hope I'm right, y'all. The question that came up early, I don't know if Sahara's still in the room, but she asked a great question about what did going live, for paraphrasing purposes, did it meet my expectations? Was it everything I thought it was going to be? Did it meet the goals that I had set for myself? I have to go back and look at the question in detail because when she asked, I was like, oh, that was a really thoughtful question. I hadn't gotten that question. And at the end of the day, the answer is I don't think I had expectations. I didn't know what I didn't know. On top of that, I'm definitely one of those people where it's a great question. I'm definitely one of those people that don't go into a situation with, you know, big, audacious, lofty goals. And the reason why I don't do that, and they tell you you should, because again, I don't know what I don't know. So I don't even know how big should I dream yet. Now, granted, I'm getting better. I'm getting better because now that I've been doing this, now I have some ideas in my head about okay, maybe this is my next goal. And I was saying earlier that I'm about to hit a couple milestones that I didn't even realize that a year and a half later that I would be at this point in my TikTok journey. One thing is I'm about to hit a year and a half of going live on June 1st. That'll be a year and a half anniversary. Because it started in January 2025. So June 1st is my anniversary for a year and a half going live daily, twice a day on most days. And then I'm about to hit the 25K mark. About 500 shy of 25K. You said, let's make friends. Thank you, Fred. Thank you for the populars. Yeah, I'm about to hit 25K followers. Who knows? I might hit that before the week is out. But at the end of the day, I'm like, wow, wow. Wow, you grew quick. You think I grew quickly? That's why I said I don't know what the expectation is. I didn't know 25K, but now I'm like, shoot, I want to get 100K. I want to get 1 million. I'm just saying. So now I can dream bigger because 25K is there. It's right there. So now I can say, well, wait a minute, maybe I need to do a little bit bigger dreaming. You know, I think lives helps. Oh, lives helps tremendously. I tell people all the time, 75% of that came from the live stream. Easily 75% came from live. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and so when it comes to the other thing I was going to hit, I have a post. I have one post that's about to hit 1 million views. I'm just saying. Now, that is, I'm excited for that. We'll see if it actually happens. We'll see if it actually hits to the billion viewpoint, but it's in the 900K. So I'm like, oh, I have a post that did that well. He said congratulations. And so granted it is a post, a text post or image photo post, not a video. Not a whole lot of engagement either. So we just gonna go with it though. So we go with it. Because it's on my screen and it does say almost 1 million. So hey, I'm like, look here. So hopefully it hits that by next week. If it stalls out, that's totally fine, but I'm close. And so just recognizing those are things that I didn't even think about. Who cares? That's what if I know. I know. I didn't think about it. I that wasn't on my horizon. I think we all want to go viral, but that wasn't there. Only up from here. Exactly. Exactly. So just recognize, I mean, I don't know if at this point, I do feel like I can start dreaming big. I hit some milestones and now it's like, okay, I just got to keep going, keep grinding. I don't see myself stopping. I said this when I started this year. I said this is my year of growth. These are growth milestones. Um go live every day for 14 days and what happens? We're talking about it, Linda. I mean, lady, we're talking about it. Yes, you got it now. I know. And so now I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. What is this time next year? What will that look like? What does 5 years from now look like for me? You know what I'm saying? Like now I can say, I've been doing this. What does that look like? And guess what? It wasn't all great. I don't want y'all to think that it's been an easy climb. TikTok suppressed my views for half of last year. I was barely getting, I think, 20 people. If I got 20, that was a good day for for most of last year. It was an interesting ride. I learned a lot. I did TikTok shop, like real full-time shoppable lives. Cooking in my kitchen on an air fryer because that was one of the products, y'all. Just saying. I did cooking lives. I did all that. All right. I left an agency that I was with, which opened up the mindset and the thought to start my own. All of that happened in that time frame of that transition because TikTok suppresses your views when you leave agencies. And at the end of the day, I was like, hey, all that was for good. I could have walked away. I could have got really over how TikTok was treating me, mistreating me. And so, but I didn't. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna let this be the end of this. Wink, wink. Thank you, friend. I'm not gonna let this be the end of it. I'm gonna keep going. All right. And so when the time gets rough and uncomfortable and awkward and slow pace and all the things, you got to stick with it. So I think if nothing else, that's a lesson learned. I don't know if that's what I did to beat my expectations. I would say probably not, but I'm happy with the journey. I'm happy to sit back and reflect on all that happened as a result and all that's to come. So that's what I would say to you all. I don't want you guys to think that it's always going to be great. And I tell you guys when you come here, comparison is the thief of all joy. If you compare yourself, if you compare yourself to other people, it's a it will steal your joy because you're thinking that should be your journey. And that's not your journey. That's somebody else's journey. That's somebody else's pace. That's somebody else's thing that they have put into getting to wherever they're at. They put in the work. They had all the highs and lows that came with it, but they did it. And your situation, your pace is yours. Okay. I just went live today for 14 minutes for the first time to try it out, and I was so scared and nervous. Well, congratulations on trying it. It gets better, Lady K, CK. It definitely gets better. I agree. Yes, CC. I love these testimonies. You're welcome, friend. Focus on the end. There we go, friend. Did you like the agency you were with? Did I like the I left it? We got a divorce. You said that happened to me. What happened to you, friend? The and but like I said, it was because of that experience. It was because of that experience. Let me say, and obviously, you said thank you all. TikTok will treat you like a stepchild, don't they? Won't they? I told my husband, I said I'm in an abusive relationship. He was like, "Not with me. I ain't did nothing." I said, "No, it's it's with TikTok." I said my relationship with TikTok. I said it's abusive. He said, "I ain't even did nothing." But it is trying. You said seriously. I know. It's trying at times. Especially if you're doing this like full time and you're really engaged in the process and you're really thinking critically about what to do, not to do, and all the things. And so it does make it a little bit of a task just to make sure you're looking at the next thing. It's stretching. It stretches you. Do you make money? Yes, you make money. Yes, I've made money. And so it stretches you though. I want you guys to understand. And it's about how are you growing even more. I'm sorry, you all. I gotta block these people who keep coming in with the little messages to kind of get you guys. I don't want anyone to get scammed. So I just remove those people. Um, what so when it came to the agency, let me because I see where somebody said what did I like about it. What I tell people is that I learned what type of agency I wanted and needed. I didn't know what I didn't know, and my very first video posted on my page actually talks about agencies. I did that before I literally did that video in the midst of leaving. So that's why it's kind of a little intense. But with that, I was sitting in a space of saying, you know what, I need something else. I want something more. I'm really a learner at heart. And so for me, I needed someone who was going to educate and teach me a little bit more. And then the battling, I get the strategy, I understand it. I know why you need to do it. So I do get that. And I tell people I encourage it. We don't require it, but I do encourage you because I don't want you to sit back and be left behind because that is a big piece of how you gain. All right. So I don't mince the words about that. I don't say that it's not something you shouldn't do, but it's up to you. It's up to you in terms of your pace, how you want to do it. Coach Rhonda says my pace is perfect. It's your pace. Can't tell nobody. You can't say nobody didn't tell you and explain it to you and help you understand the rationale behind it because I'm going to do that. That wasn't done for me. And so for that, I was like, okay, I need to make sure I'm supporting people because if you guys are, and I tell you, your audience is always a reflection of you. Because if you think and operate in a certain way and you're thinking about the process, if you're thinking about, how do I improve? How do I get better? You want to make sure that you're with someone who's going to help you along the way in that way. God knows as long as you stay faithful, it will work out in his time. Yes, it will. I'm in an agency and everything I do Every every time I go on his live, he asks me if I'm in an agency. Oh Lord. Oh wow. Oh jeez. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so you definitely want to make sure that you are um you're growing and learning. See, this is me. I am a learner at heart. Yes, yes, that's it. That's it. When you have the views but zero likes, what does that mean? When you have the views but zero likes, you're not getting engagement. And they tend to say your call to action needs to be improved and how you go about getting people to engage from your content side. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, as well as your live side. I'm assuming that was a content views versus the live stream, but let me know what you meant by that. Based on your question, it sounds like you were talking about the content side. We teared up. So yes. So let me know. Hello. Yes, content. Yeah. So it's about your call to action. You want to make sure that you're actually encouraging people to like, follow, comment, and you want to constantly infuse that into your content. This is how my content is. Yeah, that is how your content is. Yeah, so you have to think about what are you saying, how are you doing that, how are you getting people to connect with you and resonate with your content. What does it mean about that? those comments and you're asking for that type of commenting and engagement and stuff. So whether it's a written call to action, whether it's verbal, you might need to do multiple times in your videos where you're saying, "Hey, you know, before I get started, make sure you comment if this is something that whatever your hook on the screen is. If you've had this experience, put this in the chat." Something like that. And then at the end, say, "Hey, again, reiterate. Let me know if this is something that you've experienced. Follow me, like." So you're gonna have to really make sure people make that part of your practice with your content creation, that you do the call to actions. Do you think using AI content for some of the videos is a precedent? Um, yes. I'm gonna say not that I think. Actually, I do know. They talked about that on the agency side. That I guess there was a lot of videos or a lot of pages that got eliminated. They banned. They did a whole purging of videos back in April. So, and it was mainly the AI content. So a lot of people, and I don't know, what was it about some videos versus others? What were they doing? Because I don't mind. But yeah, they got rid of a lot of AI content. So I know that was happening. I do think, um, and I was having this conversation today with one of the creators. I do think there is something to be said about if you're a live host and you're doing the AI content and you're doing maybe some twinning videos and some videos are um that are used to kind of just push out content. But again, you're coming live and you're showing your face, you're doing interaction here. I think people want real interactions. I don't think they want, just some videos that are not authentic and truly you. So if you can start doing more of that type of content where you're showing yourself, you're doing the things that people are looking for on your page, I think that'll be best interest, just to start building your page up. So, a lot of my videos is me talking. I'll do some text posts, I'll do some photo posts. So you'll see that too weaved in. But most times you're seeing clips from my live or you're seeing real posts that I'm doing where it's like how to videos. TikTok likes the how to videos for me. So that's why I do it more. Thank you all. Appreciate you all being here. How you doing, Rich? And so just recognizing that it's important that you show your face in that way, especially if you're going to do live streaming. Um, Others coming in the room, thank you so much for being here. If you're new, put new in the chat. We talked about agencies a little bit. I'm going to talk about this 14-day challenge. I think this is a great time to jump on. We found out that TikTok has a campaign for D League. Let me know if you don't know what D League is. If you don't know what D League, put D in the chat. That tells me you don't know what it means. New, how you doing? Um, Mildred, welcome to the room. Nikki, welcome to the room. You said D, boss mama four, welcome to the room. Blush, welcome to the room. I see some D's. Don't know D League. D. Caregivers needed in the thank you so much. Let's see. Let's get you out of the room because we want to make sure we are not getting scammed by anybody trying to scam. Hello, hello, friend. How you doing, digital? Okay, some of my content I would ask to chat to create me a flyer and I'll post it. That's fine. I mean, like I said, the text post, you could do that, but just decide on how much you're doing that versus really showing who you are in your content. I get a lot of people that come from my content too, that come to the live. And it was like, "Hey, you posted about this. I have a question about this." Especially when I do the restriction violation post, that got a lot of views. So I got a lot of people coming in for that type of questions sometimes. But people come in saying like, "Yeah, I saw your post. You seem very knowledgeable," and they come in because of that. But again, that's because my content is showcasing the stuff that I'm talking about in my live too. And they're getting a chance to see me in a content side in an authentic way, and then they come to the live and they see my true authenticity. Um, you said, well, Sarah said, "Sorry, teacher, I'm a guy. I don't talk, um, be talking about no delete." Let me know what you meant by that. You didn't know what I was talking about. You don't know what a D league is. So let's do this. Let's do this. Now I have another request. I want you to guys to put in the chat. I want you to put in the chat the word box because I'm going to show you guys. We'll show the boxes, the different levels of engagement. I'll show the boxes. I'm going to put the word box in the chat. BOX. Put that in the chat. Now I want you to put box in the chat. We'll show it. These gifts is required to join, or can I just watch? Is it okay? You said these gifts is required. What gifts, friend? Let me know what you meant by that. This is another Dr. Lisa with low followers. There's another a bit confused. Not sure. You, you're not sure what the original is. Don't I seem like I'm the original? I'm just saying. I don't seem like I'm the original. It's like I'm not sure which one's the original. I would be the original. Those are imposters. I have one that is very yes, now I know. Okay. Yes, friend, it would be me. I'm the original. Yeah, I have an imposter that is out there that is ruthless. This I gotta do it, y'all. I yeah, I hadn't reported them. I have to report them to TikTok legal because it's been doing the most with their impersonator behavior, sending people messages. Usually they do the imposter page and they don't do much, or at least they may work in another country and I just don't know it. But now they're in the US and they're fiddling around with people who are coming to my live and you guys are reporting back to me. But with that being said, yes, I do have impersonators out there. So definitely, definitely, you're looking at the OG Dr. Lisa, the one and only. Really quickly, y'all, here's what I would do. A lot of them in TikTok streets. I know the impersonators are ruthless. Okay, real quick before I go to box, I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Go to, if you go to a person's profile, you guys go to my profile. Okay, so on this profile, I show where I changed the name to Real Dr. Lisa. And I need to change it back. So I'm going to show you guys if you click the little people here, or if you click the arrow, it'll let you edit the name. It says custom name. So if I just delete this, it'll show my original name. If I go back and click it again, you guys can see. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. If I click that again, the little person, it says customize name. So you can customize somebody's name so you know it's the real person. And that way you're not you know, prone to being duped, fooled by them. Okay. So just know that that's the way to do it. You can customize people's names, especially if there's a creator that you like, you know that they're, especially if it, yeah. So if you know that they're getting impersonated, you can go in and change it. So that's the way to do it. Thank you so much, friend. Um, connect with you. Let me see. Is this Bob Wellness? That's you, friend? Let me know. Um, can you do this? Can you do that again? Yeah. So you just go to the person's name. You go to their page. So that's my original name. If I click either here or that little person, the little it says customize name. Okay. If I go to the other one, let's see to the arrow here, it says customize name. So it's both places. You say yes, it's me. I was like, hey. Okay. So yeah, so you customize a person's name that way. Now, when it comes to the box, where I said box in particular, where I said box in particular, you can um you can put the box name in the chat if you want to put the word box. Did you get my message? Did I get your message about meeting? I responded back. In school, I responded back. Let me know if you got my message. Yeah. I think you sent it last week. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I responded back. Yep. Yeah. So let's find a time to meet. I sent you the link to schedule it. Yep. Okay. So um when it comes to box, so you put the word box in. I want you guys to click um your photo. Click your photo. So if you go live every day for 14 days for at least 4 hours a day, will you get pushed out to the FYP? Um, Depends on what your live topic is, depends on what you're doing in that live, depends on how you're engaging your target audience. It's probably a higher probability than others who go shorter time. But again, it just depends on what's happening in that live stream. Okay. There's a lot of factors to how you get pushed out. Going live in general, what I tell people is you're going to build confidence. You're going to learn a little bit more about the app and what you're doing in your live stream. You're going to build memory recall. That's what I say. Because a lot of times, if you just do it on occasion, I have so many people who come back and be like, "Oh, I forgot how to do this. I forgot how to do that." You'll learn it. You're going to remember it. You're going to recall all the different steps because you're doing it on a more regular basis. But ultimately, to get pushed out, time is a big factor. Going longer does help. Um, but again, it depends on what you're doing in that live. Because if you're just sitting there talking and washing your dishes and you not paying attention to the chat and people just scrolling by, yeah, TikTok ain't gonna push nobody in your room like that. That's not how you operate. Just saying. There's people who do that. So I didn't make that up. There are people who just do these random things and then expect for their room to have hundreds and hundreds of people in it. No, that's not how it works. Plus, I have topics every day. Um, so you just got to make sure you're doing what's needed to get the right audience. Um, okay. Is dropping FIP in the chat help? It helps with comments, yeah. So that does help by way of getting more comment flows going, and TikTok sees the room as active. The tapping, the sharing, the comments are ways to boost engagement and activity in your room. Gifting also helps too, because TikTok sees people are gifting too. And I'll tell you all the time, it's a TikTok economy. So you got to know you want to make sure the gifting engagement is happening too. Hello, when are you live again? I have a 9 to 5. Hello, friend. I go live at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll probably go live for another 30 minutes. How long would you recommend to go live? Um, to make it a valid go live day, to make it a day under your analytics that you have gone live, you need to go over 60 minutes. I tell people at least 61 minutes. And then to get more visibility, because TikTok, as you start going live longer, especially in the beginning, you're not going to get a lot of people. Let me just say that clearly. Those first three lives, maybe day 4, 5, you start to see a little bit more of an uptick. Maybe day 3, you might be lucky enough to get a little bit more of an uptick. But usually 4, 5, 6 is now TikTok has gotten a sense of what your live is about, what you're doing in that live. And then ultimately, if you are going longer, like my friend said, for 4 hours doing the crocheting and jewelry. Crochet jewelry? Is that what you're doing? Let me know what you mean by that. Um, and so because you're doing that, you might get pushed out more. But again, how you start your live, what are you searching for? What are the keywords you're saying? You know, again, making sure that you're posting content, you're sharing it with your viewers, your followers. Yeah, so all that will be part of how you create this drive the interest. And then TikTok will send it to people who are searching for those terms. That's why I showed you guys the search bar, because people who are searching for that type of content. And so hopefully you don't have a situation like Urban Eye Candy where she's getting views, but they're not the right audience. Okay. So thank you so much. We redeemed something. Look at it. We got a new look. Awesome. After a week of little to no engagement, do you recommend we switch our time or contact? A week is too soon. If you told me like 30 days, maybe 60 days, because you got to give it some time. So, and I would say you got to give yourself some time. I think there's something to be said about us thinking, and y'all know I'm going to use this analogy. I'm going to use this analogy. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Thank you, friend. I don't want y'all to take away I was offensive. I'm not trying to offend, but oftentimes we think we have the cutest baby in the world, and our baby is not all that cute. Okay. So, in the beginning, you're still learning, and you might have a good live, a good live topic. You might have some potential, but you're still growing and learning. So, I don't want y'all to be offended, but you got to give yourself some time. All right. You said, okay. Your baby is still developing, still growing into their looks. So, you got to make sure your baby is growing and you give it a little time. And then you could be like, okay, that's a cute baby. That's a cute baby. Okay. So he said, right. Poor little thing. I said, yes, I'm holding on to that. I'm just saying I don't want to offend nobody, but sometimes we rush to judgment and we're thinking like, oh, we got this, we're good. When I go back and look at my videos, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and don't judge me. Don't judge me. You said I love that analogy. Don't judge me. If you go back, I'm gonna give y'all two places to look. Y'all can look at my early videos on TikTok. Compare my early videos on TikTok to my current videos. Just saying. I could admit that my baby wasn't all that cute in the beginning either. I'm just saying. Okay. And then if you want to look at my long form content, I got a couple videos on YouTube. You can go back and look there too. Look at you leveling up, life success. You can go back and look there. You're like, oh, she a totally different person. That's what you're gonna be like. That ain't even the same lady. So just know I can admit that there's levels to this. There's an evolution that needs to happen. And if you're quick to say, I'm gonna change the time, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna say be patient. Be patient for a little bit. Give yourself a little bit of time. Thank you all for supporting. Give yourself a little time to get used to the process, get used to the algorithm, let the algorithm get used to you. Let yourself grow into your looks a little bit and what you're doing in your live stream, and then ultimately you could decide like, okay, maybe I do need to switch some things, change some things. But that patience is so key. And let me say this, this is a person. I've been doing 10 to 4, 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock Eastern since since pretty much since I started. I haven't changed my time. I might have done a little later, maybe a little earlier on a day or two. I've done that. Like today is an example of going a little later because my 10 o'clock, I was with my son. He had his little kindergarten performance today. And so I did not start my live until like 11:15. So I went later. It was a good live. I feel like I missed my 10 o'clock. Do I have another account? Lily, I don't. If somebody is reaching out to you, it's an impersonator. So yeah, look at the followers. My other accounts are my shop page. So you'll see that shop page and you'll see the agency page. Those are the three accounts that are out there. Anybody with this name, Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income, is an impersonator. It's not real. Yeah. And so with that, um, I have not changed my time for either account. And during the time when things were really low and my views were low, things weren't going well, you best believe I thought about changing my time. This time, yeah, last year, thank you. There's an account with your name. I know. There's one like I was saying earlier. It's one that's out there that's been a little bit more active and reaching out to people and coming into lives and stuff. So definitely ignore it. Thank you so much, friend. Definitely report it. Maybe TikTok will finally do something when people report enough. But yeah, so it's an impersonator. It's an impersonator. Um, and I'm not, I guess I'm not a big proponent on changing too fast. But also I always tell people stick to a time that you can commit to. If you are doing a schedule that works for you, then stick to that. And this schedule works for me. Now you best believe I'm still thinking like maybe I need to do a little later. Maybe I need to do a little bit more. Hey Richie, how are you, friend? I'm always thinking about my schedule. I'm always thinking about that. Thank you so much. Now, is that a hammer? What is that? What is that? What is in the Hartmey's hand? It is a hammer. It's 1,000-ton hammer. Hit me. Oh, Lord. Thank y'all. Thank you for the heartbeat, y'all. Um, but yeah, so I was torn about changing mine over the year too. But I will say, stick to it if you can, if it works for you. This schedule works for my family. It works for my overall well being when it comes to meeting with people because I do one-on-one consultations, I do coaching, I do all those other services. But I fit that around my live stream. Okay. And then my life fits around my live stream because I'm committed to that process. Let me pin my service plus. I just forgot to do that. If you do want to meet with me, you're welcome to meet with me. I do one-on-one consultations. You can click service plus. You can message me. It's the little service plus symbol or message here. Thank you, Richie, for the moonwalk. Appreciate you. Um, thank you all. Appreciate the support. Thank you so. Um, I was going to show you guys really quickly, and I know I got off topic. So, box. When you click your box, I was going to show you three things really quickly. So, box, viewer box, fan club, you being a member of my community, that's when people click the fan club. And then this is your box representing your league. If you are a live host, all right. And so we were about to talk about leagues because I said, do you guys know what D League is? And I said, put the letter D in the chat if you didn't know what a D League was. So that's where that conversation came from. So I was going to show it to you guys so you understood a little bit more about the leagues. I'm not going to do a deep dive on leagues, but I want you at least to understand how TikTok is tracking your performance as a live host. And then TikTok tracks your performance as a viewer and as a fan club member. That's what those three boxes represent. It is you in any one of those hats that you're wearing. Okay. So you are a live host. You are a viewer in my room right now. Thank you for that daily heart, me, D. You are currently, you are a viewer because you got that blue box. The blue box is that blue engagement box. That's your gifting. Whenever you send a rose or any of the live goals or a heart puff or a popular or the heart me. Actually, when you send the heart me is a gift. So when you send that, it's one coin. You got to have coins in your account, but you get your blue box for doing that. And you get your Lisa box. Okay. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you for the Dr. Lisa Cares. So the heart me, what I tell people really quickly, you'll see, oh, look at you, level six in the room. So, I need to talk about that too. That level box, level six, because people look at your levels. Your live host. I mean, the live host looks at the levels, and your fan club is your community. So those are the people that you want to continue to cultivate and have them come back and grow and learn and build with you. Okay, that's your community. TikTok says, okay. I use the analogy of when you have your favorite artist, you have your favorite singer, you have your favorite band, and you are a fan of theirs, so you buy their music, you go to their concerts, you follow them on social media, you watch if they have TV interviews or performance, you love this band. Ultimately, TikTok says, okay, let's do that here. That's what the fan club represents. So it gives you a checklist of things that you should do. You are my favorite. Appreciate you, friend. So it gives you a checklist of things you should be doing. You should be sending the heart me. Hey, Dr. Laura, you should be um, scheduling my live events where you set a notification. Look at, we changed our look. Thank you, friend. Oh, you didn't remove the hammer. You put some more glasses on. Thank you, friend. Um, and so you're doing the things to get that additional engagement. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. So that checklist is your way of checking into the live. So let's see. Um, if you're here, it either says follow. That means that you haven't followed me. It either says join, that means that you haven't joined the fan club. If it says join, or it says your heart level, the level you are in my room. So my friend, hey Marianne, that just became six, it says six for them, or it says the number of points. It will say plus the number of points that you need to collect. So when you come in, thank you for that daily heart me. So when you come into someone's room, if you get your daily heart me and you send some gifts, you send some populars, it's telling you that you have to claim points. That's what that plus in the numbers mean. So you go back before you leave. You can do it while you're in the live. You can go back and tap that again and claim your points. Okay. So you go down and claim all those points based on what you did in that room. Thank you, friends. Thank you all for grabbing those daily heart me. So that's the heart me. That's what this represents, the level. And so thank you, friend. So this is my agency page. It's a level 9 in my room. Level 9. It's not. It should be higher, but it's level 9 right now. Thank you, friend. Appreciate that. Thank you all for the populace and the Dr. Lisa cares. And so, because of that, look at you, level 12. Congratulations, friend. So, because it's the level 9, here's what I say. Now, when you're in your room, you could do whatever you want to do. But if you want to come up in my multi-panel boxes, I tell you you should be level 5 or above. Hey, precious. There's also a field that says redeem didn't get through with this one. I can't get through with this one. I can't get through with this one. I'm not sure what you mean by that. It doesn't let you redeem. What do you mean? Is there a guide to tell us all this information? When you go into different features on the app, usually there's a question mark or I'm just trying to see. Yeah. So when I clicked the number of people in the room, this is our fan club. It shows you here that question mark in the corner. If you click the question mark will let you see what all this means to be a fan club member. Oh, this is a whole lot. TikTok, you got a whole book in here. That's a whole lot of information. But that explains the frequently asked questions surrounding the fan club. All right. So click around. I tell you guys everything is touchable. Thank you for the information. You're welcome. So the number of people in the room. If you click the number of people in the room, click that number. Thank you so much, Janae. Um, if you click that number there, it shows top viewers. Question mark, screen protector. There we go. Thank you. So it tells you how to become a top viewer. Little things like that, you need to click around and just kind of read it for yourself. It'll break it down. Fan club is a whole, you saw it, it's a whole book of information. So it's a lot to take in, but just know that the information is there for you. When you click on the heart to claim your points, there's also one that states redeem. You know what? I think that's new. Let me see. So it has a scrolling message. Let's see what it says. I think that's new because of the new fan club feature. This thing here. So let's see. It says style up. Yeah, that's what it is. It's part of the new fan club feature. It says style up this little, let me go back. This little TikTok. I don't know. Clicked it. I think I pressed it again. Pressing too fast. So if you read it, it tells you style up the heart me with your community. So this is what it's telling you. Now you can style it. That's what you're seeing. So you redeem it that way. I love that feature. I just gave mine a little makeover. Did you really? Our community just teared up. Thank you, friend. And so that's what you're seeing redeem. That's that new feature. It wasn't there last week. It just got there. And so thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. So that's the new feature, and y'all changed it a couple times for me. Thank you so much for the Michael Jackson, the moonwalk. Y'all changed it. Y'all had a hammer. Y'all had a hammer. Thank you, though. I appreciate y'all of the support. Um, just now seeing that myself. Yeah, that's new. Look at we changed the look again. Sorry, I don't have coins to take Orange Heart Me. So I'm gonna say this, friend Raquel, when you again, as you're engaging in a live, you want to have a little bit of coins on your account, whether it's $5, $10, $20. Don't break the bank, but just a little bit because these are like 1 penny, things like that. So you want to start getting your engagement badges. And then when you come in and get a heart me, you'll be able to, your blue box was a level 11. So TikTok graded out because you haven't done it in over a week. So when you're in rooms, you don't have to break the bank, guys. I don't teach that. But I want you to know that engagement matters for how you're going to grow, but also how the optics of being in a live room. You'll go to some rooms and they won't even talk to you. They won't engage. And I don't want you guys to be mistreated. I don't want you guys to be like, well, aren't they answering my question? Because they're like, well, at the very least, you could have done. Thank you so much for the level 8. Good evening. They're like, you could have grabbed the heart me and got, your heart me. And so just know when you start a live yourself, the heart me is part of your community growth and it's part of your monetization because TikTok uses that to give you weekly missions that can be up to 13%. And so when it comes to growing your community, You're looking at growing it so that you can maximize what TikTok will pay you back. All right. And so when people don't come in, but they ask a lot of questions, they're getting your information, they're getting your knowledge, you're entertaining them. They're like, hey, grab my heartbeat. So that's why I said, thank you very much, Blush. Appreciate you. So that's why I said you want to make sure that you're at least able to engage at that level. Even if you budget out, that's what I was going to show you guys too, where you could track. You should be able to track how many points you need to level up. And then you could decide how you will engage. Some lives you might say, oh, I'm going to do a few coins here. I'm going to do a little coins here. And then some gifting here, over there. And then maybe by the end of the week, I'm going to level up. Or you might say, oh, I'm almost close to leveling up. Let me do a little bit now. And so, again, this is how you are going to be strategic, what you're going to do, because I don't want you guys to be out here not doing anything and you don't have badges because we see it. Live hosts, we see it. Y'all see it. As a matter of fact, hopefully you don't unsee it now because I've told you about it. And those badges represent your engagement. So when you come into a new room and you don't have it, and the live host is like, oh, well, I'm gonna bring people up in my boxes. And you're like, well, I want to come, but you never grab the daily heartbeat from my room. I won't let you come in my, I won't let you come in my boxes. Cause I'm like, those are people who have come here. I've kind of vetted them. I know they're gonna do right by my room. They've come back at least 5 times because they're level 5. That's perfect for me. Whereas somebody else, you brand new, I'm still getting to know you because if you don't participate well in those boxes, you drinking, smoking, half dressed, TikTok can shut my live down. No way, not at all. I heard that. I heard that. TikTok's like, look here, that's your guess. You let them in your house, so now you pay the cost for that. Hey, Suju, thank you so much for that, friend. Look at you guys leveling up too. Appreciate you, friend. So just keep that in mind. That's something I would tell you as you're growing. You're gonna make a decision on how you let people engage in your live by using your box. Thank you so much, Dana, for being here. When it comes to, and I'm gonna get off shortly. I'm probably gonna get off in another 15 minutes or so. So I just want to say that that will put me at 2 hours. Oh, that was cute. It was cute. Let's be friends. Um, so great point. I don't push the heart me enough, but that's a great way to vet folks and get out bots. Yes. Yes. Hey, Michael, thank you so much, friend. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And if you're somebody who, I don't do the multi guest panels as much as I probably could and should. I'm thinking about ways to integrate it a little bit more in my live stream. I do it for super fan lives and I do it, depending on if people are my agency and they like, Doc, I like, I want you guys to meet them. I want to make sure I'm answering questions. So that's what I mainly do the boxes. You'll see me pulling up people who are in the agency most times, not all the time, but most times. But then I'll use it also for my new friends that have been coming engaging. I'm like, hey, I know you're a super fan. I look at your box and I see that. I changed my profile pics. Is that a bad thing? Hey, Spring. So good to see you again. Hello, friend. Um, not necessarily a bad thing. If you're trying to build relationships with people, people like photos, um, uh, facial photos, that facial recognition, as opposed to like flowers, images. So it just depends. But yeah, that's totally fine. Depends on what your live stream is about. I don't use my iCloud account, but I'll get it right. Okay, okay, all right. Are there any seat pillows on lives like bots? What you mean in terms of what you mean, Rich? You mean in terms of uh in the chat, or you talking about for the look at you level 11, CC. I see you, friend. Congratulations, friend, on that. Um, yeah, so I don't know what you meant by that. Let me know, friend. But I think you're talking about your because you do panels audience engagement. Not necessarily. Well, yeah. Well, let me take that back. You get people who will like click people's names and do that dry tagging. You'll get those type of bots. I think a lot of times it's people who come in your room and just don't know the etiquette. You see a lot of that behavior too. And they just don't know that, you're supposed to put a comment and don't just click somebody's name and not say anything. Yeah. So those type of things you're supposed to do. Um, when it comes to the live room, let me say something because I got away from my, I'm gonna put box back in here. I got away from showing you guys. I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to put a comment behind. That's true. Yeah. So when it comes to, if you want to put the word box in again, I'm going to show you guys. So this is your level as a live host. So your level as a live host, this is where TikTok is tracking your performance. You'll see your diamonds that you're collecting here. And there's a little countdown. See that countdown? There's a little countdown there. And so that countdown shows you this. Oh, you're welcome, friend. Shows you the 24-hour clock. And this account is D5. This is the agency page. I said I was going to start going live more on this account because I could actually pin the agency application in the live, which makes it easier for you guys to click and join. But because my live here has been doing well, I don't want to do too much on the other account quite yet. So I recruit a lot here where I should be going over there I should be going on this account to recruit. So it's just something I'm kind of working through internally. But with that, um, when it comes to your leagues, everyone starts at D5. D5 is where everyone starts on this app. And it goes from D5, D4, D3, D2, D1. You said new account? What do you mean? The agency account, it's newer. More this account has only been I think 9 months since I've had the agency. Little well, no, I started off afterwards, so maybe since October, whatever that is. Yes, I hate it there. Yes, the D League. Um, and let me know. Is that what you meant, Nora? The D League? Yes, yes. Okay. Um, and so when it comes to the D League, yes, D League. Well, the D League, I'm gonna say this, friend, you gonna miss that D League. As you grow, it becomes a challenge to stay in the other ones because that D League, you don't drop down. When you get into the C League, C5, C4, C3, C2, C1, then B League, B5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then A is just 3, 2, 1. So they let you coast while you're in the D League. You chilling. You ain't it's easy. You said I'm in C5, you about to learn, friend. You gonna miss the D League. Because that C5, you're gonna be like, Doc, why do I keep dropping down? Because you gotta stay. You gotta stay within the range. So D League here, you'll see where it says 99% to 10%. You don't see where you can lose your fragments. C leagues. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna show you guys. Any so Precious or anybody, I'm D League too. Okay, that's good. You said I think upgraded to C4 today. Let me see. Um, well, um, maybe. I don't think so. Because what's gonna happen? How do I check? Okay. Um, I'm D1. Oh boy. I still have no diamonds, believe it or not. That's okay, Frey. You got it. Okay, let's do this. Everybody, put the word box in the chat. Put the word box or D. Put D in the chat. Whatever you want to put. Great live, great fun. I'm able to catch you. You're welcome, friend. So everybody put that in the chat. Who's your dad? How you doing, friend? Thank you so much. So then click your photo. Click your photo. Okay. Once you put it in, and then I want you to click your D lead, I'm sorry, your diamond, the diamond. I want you to click that. Okay. What happened if I go live every day for 14 days? Confidence, monetization, more followers, learned a lot, remember and recall a lot. Those are the things that are gonna happen. You're gonna see some bad stuff too. The trolls come into your chat. You're gonna learn how to remove them. Um, the puzzle piece that pops up, you're gonna learn how to solve it. So there's some things you're gonna learn. There's a lot of learning, a lot of growth that will happen. And again, your day one is not like your day 14. So that's what I tell people. I get trolls. You get more trolls. I'm getting a lot more of the ones that are coming in with the whole, message me about this gift and all this other stuff. So I'm deleting those people. I'm removing them and I'm blocking them from my live. You said, "Ooh, yes, yeah." There, it's relentless now. I don't know why that's happening so much lately, but I do. Okay, so everybody in the room, if you are, hey, Coach Jesse, hey, how you doing? The silent rebuild. Appreciate you. See, somebody just did it. See, friend, stop it. Not nice. We don't do that here. We don't do that. Not nice. Um, let's see. You said I have. Thank you so much, Coach Jesse. I have one that comes in to tell me I'm wrong. Oh Lord. You can mute and block them, or you just say, "Hey, friend, come on, tell me I'm wrong again." Good, good. That's great. Come on. Appreciate that. I don't engage with them though. Typically, I just mute them and block them and get them out the room. How important is it to have a moderator to manage the live chat? You know what? As your room grows, it's helpful. I need to embrace mods a little bit more because I like being in the chat with you all. It really is how my live stream flows, and so that to me is part of my strategy to make sure I'm able to see the comments, answer them. It keeps the flow. I think I would have to adjust to somebody really controlling the comments and keeping the flow going because they pin them a lot and then we ping, you don't see other comments and having people cherry pick. I don't know if I like that idea. So I have to figure out how I would help my mods understand what's comfortable for me if I as I grow. But I'm used to it so far, so it's not as bad. Um, I'm just starting doing lives. Good, yeah. I'm getting bots, and we're yes since day one. Yes, so get rid of them. I do laugh out loud. I stay keep commenting. Okay, say thanks, friend. Bye bye. I don't even notice them usually. Really, yeah. Um, Thanks for your perspective. You're welcome, friend. I'm so nervous to go live. I don't know. I don't know what to get. You don't want to get tongue tied. You get used to it. The silent rebuild. Yeah. Over time, in the beginning, there's days when I'm like tired and words are hard to find. I'm stumbling over my words constantly. Yeah, there's days I have like that too. Like I get really like fatigued and I'm like, okay, I can't even think straight. So those lives I usually end a little early. Y'all don't know this. It's like, okay, let me get off this live. You said me too. But but it gets easier over time. And you'll find your rhythm, you'll find your words, you'll find your flow. Yeah, you'll find it. Thank you so much. Practice makes progress. That's what I say. Practice makes progress. So it gets better over time. Absolutely. I I always give the analogy. When you start a workout regimen, in the beginning it burns, it hurts, you ache. Everything about it is uncomfortable, but you get used to it. Okay? If you stick to it, you get used to it. Now, many times people fall off before they get used to it. But if you stay with it, you will see that transformation happen. Absolutely. Okay. I don't know my board. Uh, you said what you mean your board, friend? People just sit in my live and look at me, and people do not get their daily heart me. How can I improve? You got to keep talking about it. You got to keep telling them. How long have you been going live, friend? You're new. You're new. How long you been going live? Let me know. Let me know. Um, I'm gonna say you'll start picking it up. Three. You know what? You're still in the beginning stages. That's okay. Keep doing it though. Keep asking. Keep engaging. Keep asking your viewers questions too. Like, hey, is this your first time in my live? Read their bio. That's a good way to start asking questions because you can read their bio and say, oh, wow. So you do gardening. Oh, that's great. I've started a garden too. I really miss my garden. We get so much rain. Just start a conversation like it's a water cooler. And you actually, if they have a bio, you actually have the upper hand because you can start engaging with them. I tried to go practice last time and actually went live. You're fine. And so, yeah, exactly. So you should be fine. Um, your live 2 days, mine always overlap. Oh, okay. Okay. You guys are connected. Yes. And so just keep asking questions. That's going to be the main thing. Asking questions. Okay, thanks. Yeah, the bio is a good thing you can tap into to kind of get some early engagement. Um, Make sure you got some early questions you want to make sure you're asking your community. Some yes, no questions, some drop a D, drop a heart, little things like that to kind of make it easy for people. That'll help. Okay. I asked you guys, and y'all let me go on a tangent. I asked y'all to drop a D in the chat so y'all can look at y'all profile. I want you guys to click your D. Click your D. What do you do when the room's silent? Keep talking. Keep talking. I was crazy, but I found someone who followed me the whole time. Oh, that's good. That's good. So click your D, your diamond, okay, or click your league, whatever that diamond shape is. If it's C, if it's B, click it. I don't think we got any A leaguers in the room. Just check. Let me know if you're an A league in the room. uh, let me know. So as you're clicking it, is it better to have a schedule like times a day? Yes, always better. People will get used to your schedule, come to your live, you're building community. So scheduling is ideal. Which genre of live are most profitable? Sometimes battles. Besides battles, which depends on your topic. Whatever your topic is going to be fine. Um, I don't know how to answer that. I mean, there's so many. I mean, the grow rooms that probably would be the most popular. The grow rooms, the gaming, those type of things. I don't do. You said I don't do a D. No, ma'am, not me. Let's see. Okay, so you said it on D. Thank you, Fred. So when you click that, I want you guys to click your league. It's going to show you where you're at. Where is grow rooms? They're all over. There's just different types out there. Different types out there. Um, People playing music. Yeah, so many different kinds. Um, no, no, no. I don't have D in the area you told me to go. When I click it, Nora, it's probably just not, go back and click it again. I see your D5. I see it. Yeah. So it's probably just not populating yet. TikTok could get a little glitchy at times. Yeah. So when I click your name, I see your D5. I do see it. So it's probably just being funny acting on your end. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Precious. I see you. Do you see it now or no? It's still not showing up. I sometimes have to click mine a couple times. It may be your Wi-Fi. It could be some other um tech. No, yeah, your D5. I see it, friend. So you watch my D5. So let me see. Is your D5 have anything in it? Yeah. So watch my D5. We the same way. Yeah. Our our things say the same exact thing because that tells me, well, you see it, laugh out loud. Yes, I see it. So it's same exact thing. Our D5 is the same thing. It says 59 more diamonds to get one more fragment. Um, it says the timestamp here. You said help me, Precious. What you need help with, Fred? Let me know what you need help with. Now you don't have any fragments yet, Nora. So well, you see it. Thank you. That unlocked a new world. What is a gallery battle? That unlocked a new world. What is a gallery battle? What are you seeing? You don't see no. Oh, in the gift gallery. You're right. When you clicked in here, it showed your gift gallery, and there's a gift gallery battle. Like you're competing with another live host. It's some little game TikTok has a gallery duel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're seeing, yes. What is what is that? So basically, on this count, I don't have it. Let me see if I have it over here. Um, I don't have it. So basically, what TikTok is, it's nothing, for like of a better words. It's you competing to get your gallery filled sooner than I think somebody else, and they pair you with somebody else that you're competing against. I think that's what I understood. Don't quote me on that. You have to click it and it probably gives you more information about what does it mean. Is there a question mark? But I think that's pretty much it where you and another person compete. I don't see it on these two accounts, so I can't look at it, but I know what you're talking about. I've had it there before. Hello, friends. I'm like, who is this person? Yeah. So I think it's some random person's like, hey, you and this person are competing, get your gift gallery filled. And so it's a competition. Everything is about competitions. You said muted. What's going on, Precious? What's going on? Oh, I sent you an invite by accident. Oh, maybe I didn't. Precious, you okay? Are you there? I sent an invite by accident. My finger, I was about to slide up and it clicked you. So, but how can I help you? You are okay. So by tomorrow, so here's what's gonna happen. Mrs. Treetop, she's in. Mrs. Treetop is really good at keeping up with leagues, so she does this every night. She looks at where her leagues are, so she knows all about leagues. Hey, friend, Precious is up. She's trying to figure out Mrs. Treetop. Click Precious league. She's trying to see if she's gonna get to C4 today. The answer is probably no, but let me see. Let me see something. No, you might get it. I take that back. Mrs. Treetop, she's gonna get it though, because she just needs one more fragment to go to C4. If it drops down, it's not gonna drop down all the way down to 80%. What you think? You should be fine. You will league up. Let me see. I'll look at it one more time. Let me see what Miss Treetop says. Well, she be on at reset. You have 5 hours to reset. So Mr. Treetop normally will go maybe 30 minutes to an hour before reset. It will probably you think it will probably drop? You think so? Miss Treetop saying it might drop. To eight if it goes under that, you see how the read to timeline. So if it goes under that, yeah, if you stay at the 20%, you should be good. You get that fragment, you league up to C4. If you drop under 80%, under that 80% area, you're not gonna get a fragment, so you won't league up. So yeah. So you would need to repeat whatever happened in this time, make sure you league up. So what Miss Treetop is saying is that typically she goes live again, she watches this, and if she is at risk of dropping below that, she tries to make sure she goes live to give herself that boost. You know what I'm saying? So she you got to do it within yeah, you got to do it within easily 30 minutes to an hour to make sure obviously you want to do yeah, I mean, because I'm assuming you're gonna battle or you do something else, so you would try to make sure you preserve where you're at. Um, but you could, I mean, obviously you can do it like within 5 minutes and just make sure you have people and you gifting or something like that. Okay, so you got to make sure the gifting happens. You understand? Now you know the goal is now to keep to maintain it. So you got to keep track of this every day if you want to continue to stay in C4. Okay. Okay. That's good. Okay. Okay. That's good. Keep an eye on it because as you get up in your leagues, it takes more diamonds to stay there. Okay. So just keep an eye on it. Whatever league you want to aspire to, friend. What do you mean that doesn't get too intense? Your community is still growing. You're doing well. Because you get a lot of people in your lives on a daily basis. So that's good. I wouldn't be rushing to go too high. Yeah, that's what I said. Mr. Treetop is right. When you get to the B leagues, the A leagues, it's hard to maintain it. And so it is important for you to come up with your strategy, especially with the B League, trying to go live twice a day, trying to think about what does it mean to get enough of one live versus the other one. It becomes a challenge. It is a strategy that you gotta have to maintain day in, day out, or be okay with dropping down because maybe you giving yourself enough fragments so that if you drop a little bit, it's not gonna take you all the way down to you know, um, a space that you don't want to be at. When I went on my vacation, I dropped a little bit, which is fine. You do, you do. That's part of the strategy. Yeah, takes a certain amount to maintain, especially if you go in early in the day. Yes, yes. So people who start earlier in the day, and which you do, and you don't come back later all the time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It requires you to make sure you did enough in that morning session. Yeah. And that's hard. It's actually kind of hard to determine what's enough, but yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Right, right. There's a little bit of wiggle room. You can decide like, oh, I must have did okay, and there's enough that'll sustain me if you did really, really well. But for the most part, yeah, you're kind of subjected to how your room performs, how people engage, all those things kind of factor in. Great questions. I'm writing all this down. You so fun. Y'all, I don't teach this level because many of y'all are beginning. Yeah, it's important. I do need to start saying it, but I don't want to scare off the people who are still scared to go live. So they're like, wait a minute. TikTok want me to go live every day? So okay. You did the garden. You were out and about. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yes. All right, girl. All right. Well, let's see what happens tomorrow. I mean, if you're not going to go later, to take a look at it today. This will be a good chance to kind of track it. If nothing else, you won't gain. You won't lose, but you won't gain. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. All right. You're welcome. All right. Bye bye. All right, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if it's that helpful. I thought I had to stay on one topic. Um, you thought you had to stay on one topic. No, you can switch around topics. She's not switching her niche. Her niche is still gardening. And still, she's talking about the nursery. She's talking about plants. She's still doing what she normally would. I mean, she's just doing it in different ways. So there's different topics. So the Saturday is the nursery. It's the yeah. So she's still within her niche. But again, she just is sharing a different experience with her viewers at that point. That was awesome of you to do. I usually don't see people get help like live time like that. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I do it. Well, Precious is in the agency. She is in the agency, and her question is valid for everybody to hear and know. And I accidentally hit her invite button. I didn't mean to hit the invite button, but I did. So it was perfect timing. But no, I do help in real time. I do. I do. So yeah, I'm happy to help you guys. That's what I do. So I'm a big proponent on if you put it out there in the universe, you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. You want to support people. Thank you so much, Fran. I appreciate you. I talk about my mental health adventures. Oh, okay, okay. Well, again, it doesn't have to be just one facet of that topic. You can talk about it in different ways. Whether it's like your beginner journey. Thank you so much, Coach B. Your beginner journey, or maybe you coping as What does it mean in terms of your relationships and stuff? And so, yeah, it's totally fine. You can switch up ways you want to address it. Um, when it comes to Coach B, are you good? Let me know because you said you're about to league up too. Did I hear that correctly? Um, you're D1 currently. Um, so you're D1. You're almost in C League. Okay, yes. So you're almost in C League. So you just have to collect more fragments. So yeah, this will it's important to look at this as a 24-hour clock. When you click that box, you see that clock ticking. It's a 24-hour clock that you're paying attention to see if you do in fact league up. Okay, based on the performance that happened into your room in your room. You have to collect those fragments. Think of those fragments as credits. You're getting these credits because you're performing well under that league. And then if you get enough credits, you go to the next league. That's how it works. I went live for the first time Sunday with my TikTok shop and received a violation for saying my shop. Hmm. What was the official violation for? It sounds like a shop violation though. But what was the official term that they used? Hello, Donna. Yeah, so it may have been something related to TikTok Shop itself. Um, but yeah, they'll tell you exactly what it's for, the reason they gave it to you. Hey Sandy, welcome to the room. All right, my dear friends, I have been live. 628 more diamonds to get one more fragment. So that means you would need to go live. So Coach B, you're exactly what we were talking about because you're a morning live. In order for you to get those fragments, you would need to think about doing an evening live so you can get enough to get another fragment. Now that's what did you say, 638? Is not going to be 638 5 hours from now. It's going to be more like 1,500 diamonds, maybe 2,000 diamonds. So you're gonna have to think about, okay, did you get enough earlier in the day to kind of sustain you to get a fragment, or do you come back later to get more diamonds? Because people are going live and they're pushing you further along that further back so that you have to get more diamonds to be able to league up or get that fragment. Right. I thought about adding another time. Yep. No, it's not exactly. It goes up. Um, Tell me that what you talking about, Sandy? I missed some. It goes up and up, shaking my head. You're talking about that the fragments, the more you have to do. Hey friend. Yeah, it is. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. And so yeah, that number, yes, okay, yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be a lot more diamonds you're gonna have to get. Yeah, it does go up. Congratulations to young Cam on leveling up in kindergarten. Yes, he gonna be a first grader. He will be a first grader. Thank you so much, friend. She's talking about my son. I was late earlier today. I didn't do my earlier live because I was at his kindergarten end of the year performance. It's not a graduation. They said it's not a graduation, parents. But he had a little performance. He got a math award. He got the award for math. Thank you so much. Let's be friends. So yeah, he had a good day. I gotta actually I'm gonna get off soon because I didn't send my husband no photos because I went to it. He was at work. I didn't send no photos, no videos. I need to share all the stuff with him. Oh my bad. To first grade, even better. Yes, yes. So he'll be a first grader. Um, but yeah, so he's doing really well. He did. He had a great day, and they were super cute. Oh my gosh, so stinking cute. The little girls in their dresses and the boys in their little ties. He had a little tie and vest, suit pants on outfit. So super cute. Thank you for those populars. Thank you, friend. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Um, that was a crash course on leagues. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Take a look at where you're standing. Take a look to see where you're at. How do you balance streaming with your life? You know what? I've created um, I guess um, a schedule, a way of life for my family. You know, they all support. Oh, I miss it. Yeah, I miss it too. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yeah, so my family, we've been able to kind of work around what I do. My husband's a big supporter. He was on he watches a lot of YouTubers in general, and so he understands this space and he understands live streaming. He's kind of an introverted guy too, so he couldn't see himself doing it, although he would be great. And he knows that, but he's not, not interested in doing it, but he's definitely interested in supporting me in this, which is great. He's been my biggest champion. He'll say, "Hey, you should be doing this." He said, "You're really good at it." And so for that, I think he understands that this is something I'm doing, and to grow I got to continue to do it. And so you said that's so good. Yes, he is right. He is right. I know. Thank you, friend. um so with our schedule, I jokingly say, and this, well, I shouldn't say jokingly, this is my reality. I need a supportive husband. I know. um my older daughter, my daughter, she's about to be 21 this year. She remembers her mother in the corporate space. I was a senior administrator at a couple of different colleges. She remembers that. She was with me when I was getting my doctorate. It's funny, I was with this whole you know, the lady who said she had a doctorate, she didn't. Anyway, um, I was looking at pictures, and my daughter, she's like 10, 11 in these pictures. She's there for that moment. So she knows her mother from that level. Whereas my son, who's 6, he knows me from this level. And he's so funny. He's like, "You gonna do your live?" you know, he knows this is his reality. And for her, she's like, this is different. Like, what are you doing? And all this other stuff. And so now she sees it and she respects it. She understands it. She knows I'm in this space. She was here Mother's Day weekend, and she came by and peeked her head in the screen and said hello. And so just two different people, two different parenting styles. And for that, my family have supported. They've been very, um, you know, understanding for the most part. I always say kids receive two different moms. Yes, especially with big age gaps. Yes, love it. Yes, they truly have. So they truly have. Um, right. My kids don't understand nor respect my choice. Yes, and I will tell you this: the more you do it, the more the family will come along. Okay. My oldest is 25 and youngest is 9. Yes. So yeah, we've got a similar age gap then. And so um yeah, they'll come along the more you do it. My family knows it, respects it. My husband, my son wants to come in here. Y'all, every now and then on the weekends, y'all hear squeaky voice say something. He'll be in the background. Never show kids on the camera, just so that y'all know that's a TikTok um violation you can get for showing minors on the camera. So, but you'll hear his voice, and my husband will kind of shoo him away. But again, your family, as you do it, as you grow, as you become more confident and comfortable in front of the camera, they'll start appreciating it. They'll see that this is something that you do as part of your overall well-being, but also you're building community. And so it's great. But I love proving people wrong. I heard that. I heard that. Yeah, just keep showing, just keep showing up. Yeah, yeah. And so my family has been doing really well about it. And my vacation we did for spring break, we I still did my lives. My husband, he he had some work that he was doing, so he would do his work and I'll do my live. And then the time difference was helpful, so I only did one live a day, and so we would do that. And I would still keep up with my live schedule where I was staying consistent. I didn't want to kind of lose too much position on in terms of my leagues and just my overall presence in the algorithm. So I just wanted to make sure I stayed present. We're supposed to be doing a trip this summer, so I'll probably have another moment where I'm gonna have to compromise, going live and at least doing one a day or maybe missing 1 or 2 days. So we'll see. We'll see. I have to kind of work around my schedule and see what exactly I decide to do. But with that, I stay with it. I've been doing it, and I don't see myself stopping. I tell people this is going to be like a 5-year strategic plan. You know, when everything's said and done, that's what this is all about. 5-year strategic plan, and I'm gonna continue to grow, continue to tweak things. But my goal is to look back 5 years from now and say I was doing this, and this is what I'm continuing to do. It. And I do co-stream on YouTube, so I'm really trying to drive up that channel and make sure that that's another option. And then I'll probably add the other platforms too as time goes on. But I want to make sure I'm doing what I need to do in this space. Yeah. Um, let's see. I don't mind the work if. I'm winning too. All right. All right. It takes time. I don't want you guys to make it seem like it's an instant success. We've had people who had instant gratification. Hey, black sheep. Um, we had some people who had some immediate success when it comes to growing and building their community pretty rapidly. And you'll hear creators talk about like, oh, I did this in 30 days or I did this in 60 days. And so those stories are not the norm. That's just not the norm. But there are people who do really well. Level 8 in the room. Congratulations, friend. But it takes time. It takes time. Hey, Trisha T. How are you, friend? Um, So it takes time, but I want you guys to stay with it, stay consistent, continue to grow, continue to build, make the necessary tweaks and changes as time goes on. All right. Um, Anybody who's going live, let's put this in the chat. Who will be going live? What time? What topic? What time and time zone? I want you guys to get visibility. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I will be on time. I'll be at my 10 o'clock time, not 11. So put that in the chat. You said no, no live yet. Um, it's so who is going live? If you guys put that out there, you said I'm good, Doc. You are. All right. Did you cook? What you cooking? Sand writing at 9:45. Let me try to peek on it over there for you, Sandy. I wanna see the sand writing in action, friend. She does the sand writing. I love that type of live. Um, that's Eastern. Okay. I'm gonna try my best to peek over there, friend. At soccer practice. Oh gosh, yes. Enjoy, friend. Enjoy. I'm at 8 p.m. No specific topic yet. You just starting, Brads? How's that going, friend? You don't have a topic yet? What did you say? Is this day three? What did you say earlier? How many lives have you done? I will sell in my bags. Not sure what time. It may be around 9 or 10. Thank you so much for that. Let's be friends. Thank you all. Appreciate you, Black Sheep. I appreciate that, friend. Let's see. Coach Jesse, you're going live. Healing after heartbreak Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Mission: my mind gets bored because it's not being fed, so I explore more avenues and create in advance. Advancement. Um, thank you so much for that. Yes, you said yes. Day four, day four. Okay. Um, definitely, um, definitely do. Okay, no specific topic yet. So you're still learning. So here's a tip for you. You're still learning. Um, you I would suggest, are you playing around with features? Are you touching things, the effects, the sound effects, the voice effects? Play around. That's your homework today. Also, click the house. I want you to know where analytics are located. If this is everybody's homework, if you don't know how long you've been alive, how many minutes you've gone live, click your analytics. Okay, so click the house, swipe from right to left, and then that's another way to see it. But I want you guys to start playing with some features, understanding where things are located. Click the heart me, understand the heart me a little bit more because that's your community. So, and then your other homework is to click some bios and see if you can get some engagement that way. All right. Coach Jesse, you said live at 6 p.m. Eastern coaching with a twist of comedy. She is about to go live. So 6 p.m. Central. Did I say Eastern? Central. Central. I'll be live tonight. This is Jay at 10 p.m. Pacific time. So for R&B music. And guess the artist of the night. I was in our room last night. It's so good, y'all. So nostalgic. The music she playing, you just song after song after song. It's just so good. You said financially, that's what you meant, mission. You said financially. Gotcha. What time, friend? Urban Eye Candy, she's gonna be live at 7:30 Eastern, crocheting a bucket hat and giving tips. So she is crocheting, you all. Is it crocheting for beginners? What you doing, friend? Let us know. A tutorial. I think that's more of a bucket hat tutorial. You said, yes, who me? Yes, mission. What time? Did you say what time? Good day. How are you doing? I'm doing well, Donna. Thank you so much for asking. He said, I can't find that stuff and ended up on real live. Okay, gotcha. So that's fine. That's fine. Do a real live. That's fine. As you can tell, not a lot of people came in that live. Play around with some buttons in real time. Yep. Thank you. Thank you greatly. You're awesome. Oh, you're welcome, friend. Not a problem. Not a problem. Beginner tips. There we go. Beginner tips. And we're going to be saying that crochet for beginners, beginner tips, crocheting in the beginning so we can get crocheting in the US and what are you, Virginia or Maryland? Maryland. Crocheting in Maryland. That was for Urban Eye Candy. Yes, I want to learn how to make a bucket hat. There we go, mission. That is, oh, Virginia. I was wrong. Virginia. Okay, Virginia. So Urban Eye Candy, let me pin her so she can get some people in the United States in her live, more United States represented in her live. That's what she's trying to do. So that if y'all want to go over there, that is 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And she has a good vibe too. She has some good music playing because she plays her music and she's you see her. But I'll take Maryland any day. You can say it all. Say Maryland, say Northeast, name all 50 states. That might be a great conversation. Say, oh, if you could live anywhere in the US, where would you want to live? Name where you would like to live in the United States of America. You said I want more foreigners in my life. Thank you for the chili peppers. Her problem is, oh, you leveled up to level 13. Listen, I may have to do exactly that. She's not getting any engagement though. That's the problem. So she's trying to figure out there's hundreds of people in the room. Nobody doing nothing. So she like, something, y'all, something. Give me anything. See if you could do a couple trivia questions too. That'll be a nice little thing. Come up with a couple poll questions. I don't know. See if you can get some engagement. But um, start reading bios. Read their bios. Be like, okay, we gonna do bio trivia. Guess who this person is in the room? Oh, thank you so much, friend. Blue Genie, welcome to the room. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I've done 2 hours and 30 minutes. I so appreciate all of you guys. Thank you all for the likes, the comments. Wait a minute, before I say that, get your points, claim your points. If you are in the room, click the heart me again, and then get in the habit of clicking the heart me and going down and claiming your points so that you can level up in the room. Who did you say read bios? Oh, I was saying everybody needs to read bios, but I was telling Urban Eye Candy to do it. Y'all should read bios. That's a good way to kind of see who's in your room and chat with them. I know a lot of people in her room did not have bios though. So yeah. I'm sorry I joined so late. I'll catch you sure in the morning. Okay, sounds good, friend. I'll be here at 10. Thank you so much. I caught you both times today. Did you really? Thank you, friend. I appreciate that. Thank you all for being here. You guys are amazing. So I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. and then we'll talk a little bit more. I had yeah, obviously when I get the new people in the room, I did not do any of the blue box conversation. I usually try to do that to make sure you guys know what does it mean to level up, especially my new friends who don't have them yet. So thank you. You're welcome, friends. I want to make sure you guys are learning and growing and building as viewers. And again, as you go live, you can help your community do the same. All right. Okay. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the comments, the sharing, the likes, the taps, which are the likes, the stickers, and all the gifting. I appreciate the support. I will be back. Remember, practice makes progress. We are not trying to be perfect. We try to get away from that perfectionist mindset and that everything has to be perfectly lined up. We are just simply trying to go live and we're growing and building as a result. All right, friends? I appreciate you. I will see you all later. All right. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you. Wish me luck. I'm wishing you luck, friend. All right. Bye bye. Thank you all for being here. I am out.